perfect vacation getaway. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy, it's stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy at home. It includes prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home, or on the road, you have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, and no pharmacy lines. Also, no copays. Match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor. Start meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs a medical emergency kit, so order yours online in minutes. It's shipped right to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like head administrator for a state-of-the-art surgical center.
What can I do for you, Doc?
We need to talk about the lights.
Ah, the mood lighting, relaxing, right? Much better than those old hospital vibes.
A hospital's supposed to have hospital vibes.
You seem tense. Let's dim the lights a bit.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Well, I don't find myself ill very often. But Tuesday night into yesterday was not a great time. It was not a what you would call a violently ill situation by any stretch, but it was certainly one that listen, I needed the day, but I feel like today I feel like $100.
It was manslaughter. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't homicide. It was just manslaughter.
It was manslaughter. Yeah, I got the chills when it was 90 degrees the other night.
Well,
what the hell is that?
Usually that is dehydration. Because you've been around me long enough.
Yes, I should have just called you.
No, but I always do this. I'm always dieting and trying out with new stuff. And I remember one time I think I was going into ketosis, but I wasn't drinking, and I think I was taking like a pre-workout. And I went and worked out at our training facility. The place I train, and then I was getting the chills there. So then, of course, my dumb ass. You get the chills. I'm like, oh, I'm cold. Let me go home and sit in the jacuzzi. Right. More dehydration. I had to drive myself to the hospital.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I never got to that point, but I just was feeling like crap the last 2 days.
If I was you,
great today.
If I was you, what I would do, well, you probably don't do it, but because we always try and think that drinking water will help us get out of dehydration. If I was you, I would go to get a bag, 2 bags.
The inject stuff.
Yeah.
IV.
Go get 2 IVs. You'll feel like $1 million.
Okay, all right.
You go get 2 IVs. It's gonna properly hydrate because it's gonna go straight into your body, and because the problem is the crazy part is I'm gonna drink all this water. You drink the water, then it make you have to urinate, and then you urinate, and then you piss out all your urinate out all your electrolytes.
Well, that's what happened. But I feel great today, and it's good to be back. And it's good to be back really in time.
You didn't miss much.
Apparently not.
It's Groundhog Day.
Yeah. The Yankees lost again.
Yeah, it's Groundhog Day. And get used to it.
I wish I had an answer for what the hell's going on. It's Bart and Carlin on 880 ESPN New York. Excuse me, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel where you can leave your comments, where you can be a part of the show, and you can do it in very short order. And at any rate, I really this is getting away from you, and it's staggering to me that that's the case. That the Yankees are actually going to have a season where they went down a lot, came all the way back, went up a lot, and now have gone down a lot. And I'm supposed to expect them to somehow do that again. If they lose today, Bart, there's 7 out in the loss column, and the division feels like a dream at that point.
It feels eerily similar to what the Mets were going through, and we were like, oh, don't worry, it'll stop. This downward spiral will stop, and it didn't for the Mets. But we believe differently because the Mets told us that, hey, once Francisco gets healthy and Soto gets healthy, everything will be okay. That's been a mixed bag. But we believe that, listen, Geno Smith isn't going to be, 0 for 34, I think, at this point. I think, Bellinger isn't going to continue to bat 117. I think they figured out then all things are great. I think this is the greatest case for Aaron Judge being a MVP than anything. I mean, talk about force multipliers. He just settles everything, right? Mm-hmm. And I think eventually he'll get back, but I'm not going to overreact.
All right, so
because
this is what I want to know from you. You don't care. I don't mean you don't care. I mean, like, you're not worried in the least right now.
I don't care because if they had the best record, if they were the Dodgers, first team to 60, I wouldn't care. Seen that before, right? Like, they've reached a point where the Knicks are at, where wake me up when it's the playoffs. Now,
That's pretty amazing.
Because it's boring. Like, with them, it's boring because the expectations doesn't start until the playoffs start.
I get it. The Knicks season in February and March in some ways felt interminable. It was uneven. It was not what you expected it to be. I think you expected it to be a little bit better than it was. It wasn't bad.
Third seed.
It was uneven at times.
Third seed, fourth seed, third seed.
Yeah. But I think that we all looked at them and thought that at the time that they were not going to be able to get over the hump into the finals. I think most of us looked that way, and obviously we were wrong. I'm looking at the Yankees right now. And if you don't win the division, then we're talking about the wild card. Then we talk about throwing too many things to chance. NBA has gone to 7-game series every round, right? Yankees are playing in a wild card. You're in a position where it's a 3-game series. You're in a position where it's a 5-game series after that. Like, I don't love when they talk about crapshoot, that's why they talk about crapshoot. Because it's a smaller sample size in which somebody has to beat you in order to advance.
Well, that's why we love football, right? Football, because all you have to do is be better that day. In baseball and basketball, usually the best team wins because you can beat any team one game. But it's tough to beat for the better team to lose over extended period of time. But with that being said, I'm not concerned. I think the most important part for this team is getting healthy. Getting healthy so everybody can go back to their assumed roles. See, the thing and the beauty of the next season is that everybody had a role, they accepted their role, and they tried to flourish in their role. I think now, if you listen to some of the Yankees speak, now they're starting to press, right? They're starting to press, and you're starting to farm other people's land. That's never the way to get out of a downward spiral. The downward spiral, how you get out of that is by doing what you do and what's asked of you, and you do that better, right? You don't try and say, hey, let me go out there all of a sudden, let me work on my launch angle, and you're out there like Willie Mays Hayes trying to hit home runs when that's not what they ask you to do. They ask you to get on base, make contact. That's what you work on. That's what you do. So that's in my opinion, they're pressing. It's a downward spiral right now as constituted. The Rays are a better team. Now, when the Yankees are all together whole, then maybe the Yankees are a better team. But them losing to a better team doesn't concern me. If they start losing to like Kansas City or somebody like that, then I have concern. They did lose to the Tigers, but we think the Tigers are better than what their record indicates.
Well, this is what's bothering me, though. They may be a better team, but the Yankees already know this. And if you lose today, by the way, you lose tiebreaker in the playoffs. So keep that in mind, too. That means
is this a bullpen game?
I mean, they have not announced who it's going to start, so pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much a bullpen game against Drew Rasmussen, who's been pretty good.
Would sure be great to have a guy like Screwball.
But this is what's bothering
me. Make that move early, baby.
So let's
make
talk
it early.
About
Make it early.
I don't disagree, But
don't make it late. Just get it done before you have to compete with other people.
But it doesn't matter at this point when I'm on board with you on Scooble. When you have Cole pitch like that last night, there's no reason for you to not win the game. Okay?
Where'd he go, 6 1/3?
Yeah. McClanahan was good. It was very, very good. Don't get me wrong. There's no reason that the Yankees shouldn't be able to put up 3-4 runs a game. No, none whatsoever. But they have struck out 45 times in this 3-game series so far. 45 times. How about this?
11 yesterday?
11 yesterday, after 17 each of the first 2 days. And then this one. The Yankees have struck out 37 consecutive times since the last walk they had. They've struck out 37 times since the last walk they took.
Hell's going on, Tom?
Tom, answer the question, Tom.
Well, can I answer a question with even more stats to make the Yankees seem even worse than you're already perceiving them to be?
Way to go, nerd.
So, thank you. So this is from Katie Sharp on Twitter. Yankees' last 4 games, 3 walks, 52 strikeouts, 10 runs, 25 hits. The Yankees, the only MLB team since at least 1898 to have a 4-game span with 3 or fewer walks, 10 or fewer runs, 25 or fewer hits, at least 50 strikeouts. Gentlemen, this might be worse than how the Mets were at their worst during their 12-game losing streak, by the way they're playing, at least from an offensive standpoint.
Why you want to bring us in it?
Well,
I'm
trying to say
belabor
that
a point. This got to be worse than the Mets, so you know it's bad.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the
Such
point.
a hater, bro.
Well, I'll say this though. You can downplay it all you want. It's got my attention. It's got my attention. And this is starting to look like we can sit here and say second half doesn't matter, just make the playoffs, all that stuff. This is starting to look like, to me, another freaking also ran year.
You can see Booney Boy getting frustrated. Remember, I wish we had the cut of him like sitting back in his chair, all relaxed, like, we're built for this. Don't worry.
Yeah. Give me that cut from a couple of weeks ago. Man, this is what we do.
All right, don't worry,
baby.
Yeah. Is it again? Hit it again.
That's what we do, baby.
That's what we do, baby.
Savage is in the box.
That's what we do, baby. We strike out half the time we're at the plate.
Bang! He out there it's like they out there using a yellow wiffle bat trying to hit a baseball. Like, I mean, even worse, like, what about your big guns, man?
Well, yesterday he certainly sounded a heck of a lot more upset with the situation.
Obviously, offensively now is a real struggle for us. I keep saying that. It's no secret. There's no magic pill. I really feel like the preparation is good. The conversations in the hitting room are the right ones. They're on point. They're with the right energy and focus. They're communicating well, like we do, when things are easier times for us. But obviously, I keep saying, we got to get some guys going. That's the reality. But ultimately, we got to go do it. I do believe we'll get through this, but there's not much more to talk about. We got to go make some things happen.
Yeah, that's annoyed Aaron Boone.
It's right in front of us.
Who's the hitting coach? Because like he might be somebody got, if this keep going, somebody got to take the L. We know it ain't Boney.
Rumsfeld? Donald Rumsfeld? No, he was the Secretary of Defense.
Right. They need him too.
Point being is simply they cannot get out of their own way offensively, and it's borderline inexcusable. And so it might all be right in front of them. You just heard, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 to 7, Aaron Boone in there, in that clip. He was annoyed. He obviously got tossed out of the game. He was very frustrated with what was going on in the game and then on the challenges and such. But he knows what he's looking at. And this is where I think it's got to be particularly hard for a guy like him to adapt to the new mentality of baseball of not putting the ball in play, of we don't worry about strikeouts anymore. That's not a thing.
Well, no, he's been living in this world with these launch angles for the last 5 years. So.
No, I know, but I mean, this is where he's got to kind of bite his tongue a little bit. And I think it's probably got to be particularly frustrating because when he played, it was obviously a lot different.
But they got 3 singles and one hard hit ball.
Yeah. I mean, there's just.
Like, this is crazy. Like, Bellinger is 8 for 70. I don't know what's worse, that one or Goldsmith
or the
being
0
for 34.
0 for 34? Yeah.
Which worse?
They both suck. I don't mean the players do. I mean that both of those stretches do.
Clip that.
The thing about Bellinger, or the thing about Goldschmidt, rather, is I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Goldschmidt is at the point in his career.
What old people do.
Well, he's an older guy. And guys like that might hit well early in the year, which he obviously did for a couple of months. And now he goes into a stretch where he's not hitting well. You know why? He's just an older guy, and this is kind of how this goes. I'm not saying he's going to be terrible for the rest of the year, but none of this should be surprising. If we're basing so much of our hopes on Paul Goldschmidt, what the hell are we doing? How about that? Can we think in those terms?
Can the Yankees win the World Series if they have to be the wild card? Can they win it? Can they win it if they have to go on the road? They got to be road warriors.
They have not won when they have been on the road in the playoffs, correct? In other words, when they have started a playoff series under Boone, they have not won that series.
Hey, Nerd Boy,
on the road.
Nerd Boy, what's the stats?
There's one exception, which is 2020 in Cleveland, but that was played in an empty stadium.
That's bubble. That's the bubble. That's the bubble. That's the LeBron bubble.
Right. I have no reason to think, based on what we're seeing, that I should have a ton of confidence in this year being much different. And the thing that bothers me the most about that is Brian Cashman is somebody that is known to, when he thinks he has the cards, he will go out and make the moves. And that would seemingly be this year. And right now, they're all focused on the draft, which is next week. And so that's why you're not seeing a lot of these kind of movements at the moment. I expect the Yankees to do a few things. I don't expect the Yankees to do anything of consequence. I really don't.
They're going to do DJ Moore?
Well, you could do Luis Ariz, and in philosophy, that would help.
Well,
not going to help him against lefties, but in philosophy, that would help.
Go get Ariz and go get Screwball. We'll shut the hell up.
Listen, again, the Screwball thing, I'm fine with it. Somebody's got to actually get a hit when it matters, though, for Screwball to help. And they're not doing that.
Ariz and Screwball.
I would love for that to be as simple enough of a solution as there could be.
Why is it not simple?
Because I don't expect him. First of all, they're going to say we have enough starting pitching, which, if we're talking about the injuries right now, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't. When guys are out,
pitchers are like receivers.
You should never take that for granted.
Pitchers are like receivers. They're so finicky. They come back. There's mechanics.
I swear to God.
They always hurt.
I swear to God. In the next month, if I hear that phrase about it's going to be like making a trade when Max Fried comes back or when Rodon comes back.
You know it's coming. That's what Yankees always say. It's like getting two new players back in the lineup.
No, it's not. And and if you're getting Judge back, that's one thing.
You don't know what Judge is going to be.
Listen, I think Judge will be fine, but Judge and Stanton coming back is what, a month away at best? At best. It's really, I mean, I'm thinking about September. That's what I'm thinking about with the two of them.
How far can the Yankees dip or drop?
Well, in the wild card, they're in the top spot, and they're up by
not the wild card. I'm talking about in the division.
Division right now, if they lose today, it's 7. And it would be stupid of me to say that the division's over at that time when we've seen teams, the Mets, blow a 7-game lead in 17 games. But I also would not feel good. If you're 7 games out at the All-Star break of the division, you're not winning the division. Can we just be clear about that? I would love to know that. How many teams over the years have been 7 games out at the All-Star break and have come back to win a division? That's a great, great question because I don't expect them to do it. I know some have done it. I have no question about that, but I don't think that there's anything about this Yankee team that is remotely distinguishing themselves from any other Yankee team we've had over the last several years, and that's just not nearly good enough. That's not nearly good enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How can the Rays do so much with so little?
Bart, they're not the only ones. I'm glad you brought this up.
No.
Look at you. Look at you.
I'm inquisitive. Curious.
I went and looked at this because the Marlins are having the season that they're having. Peter Bendix is their guy, who's a Rays guy. Obviously, Friedman was a Rays guy before he went to the Dodgers, but that's a whole nother thing. Of the bottom 8 teams in payroll in baseball, okay, the bottom 8, 7 of them are over 500. How is that possible? How is that possible? 7 of them are over 500. And I don't want to hear about analytics and all that crap, okay? That's not it. I have to feel that part of it's an anomaly, but at some point, don't we have to admit these guys know what the hell they're doing? And maybe we're overpaying the wrong people. Maybe you should be overpaying the guys in the front office to go be able to do something like this. Like Stearns is supposed to be this guy.
Wrong guy.
He's not doing this.
I wonder if somebody else was doing his homework.
It could be.
You know how sometimes like somebody else gets the credit, but it's really somebody else is doing the main work.
Yeah, absolutely. With the success that the Brewers have had since he left, how do you argue that that's not the case?
Brewers got 55 wins. They right on the Dodgers' ass.
Yeah. And the Brewers are not that far out. I mean, in terms of the payrolls I was talking about. Bart, these bottom 8 payrolls, just listen to these teams that are in the bottom 8 in payrolls. The Pirates, game over 500. They're at the top of the list at $102 million. By the way, the Twinkies are right in front of them. They're a game under at 106. $102 million for Tampa, 54-36. The A's are the only team that is under 500 that has that bottom 8 payroll. They're 41-51. Then you got St. Louis. Washington scores runs in bushels. You're looking at the season that C.J. Abrams is having. Oh, my God. They are hitting the tar out of the ball. The White Sox, the Miami Marlins are 51-42, Bart, and they have an $80 million payroll. And the Cleveland Guardians, I almost said it.
Go ahead.
Cleveland Guardians.
Let it go, man. Sometimes you got to let it out.
47-46 have the lowest payroll in baseball at $79.6 million. $79.6 million. And the Guardians, right now, if the season were to end today in the wild card, Bart, they are in the playoffs. The team with the lowest payroll in all of baseball is in the playoffs. I get analytics is a big part of it. I don't think analytics is responsible for all of this. But if I was an owner of a team that's spending a lot of money,
be pissed.
I'd be freaking livid. I really would be. Because my teams can't get out of their own way. I mean, first of all, you know, it's one thing if you're the Yankees and you're at least in the midst of it. If you're the Mets, if I was Steve Cohen and I'm getting this return on what my investment is, I'd be so angry.
The crazy part is
Toronto. Go ahead.
The crazy part is this is the return that Stearns has been getting. I mean, Cohen's been getting on his money for like 3 out of the last 4 years.
Detroit, $208 million. They're 8 games under 500. The Giants, $199.5 million. The Giants are 38-54 and nearly got no hit by Dylan Cease. Holy crap. This is so bad. This is so bad.
I want to know from our listeners, are they like you? Panicking like a duck, calm on the water, but the feet busy underneath? Or like me, like, man, wake me up when we get to the postseason, wild card or division champs, who cares? We still have the same expectation. Does the expectation change if they're a wild card team opposed to if they win a division? Same team. You can say, well, the only reason they're a wild card because they lost Judge for a long time.
When you win the division, if the Yankees won the division and had the best record in the American League, which, by the way, is not exactly setting a high bar right now,
right?
They would have the bye, and they would be playing at home. And I just told you, they lose today. They lose the tiebreaker with the Rays. Here, per Google AI. All right, so all right, everybody calm down. But per Google AI, if artificial intelligence can be trusted, 19 teams that overcame a division deficit of 7 or more at the All-Star break to win the division. There have been 19 teams. I'll give you credit for that being that many. I don't love their odds, but I don't have any reason why I shouldn't continue to believe in what the Rays are doing and why I should believe in what the Yankees are doing. So are you worried? Worried?
Let's go to the one that has a Derek Jeter tattoo on his ass. Hey, Tom.
Derek Jeter?
Jeter.
Oh, okay. I thought you said cheater like you were calling him like he was cheating.
No, he let all his girls know that he had other man straight up with his.
And they got the gift basket.
You know what I'm saying? Get your gift basket. Get the hell out of here. Here's your sunflower seeds and Victoria's Secret lotion. Get the hell out of my house. Tom.
Hi.
If they're a wild card team, does your expectations change?
I'd probably say yes, because in such a dog crap year in baseball, if you can't even win the division, I get the Rays are playing well and they're hitting all cylinders. That was a team that didn't make the postseason last year. And to be honest, I don't think they made too many compelling changes this year to really justify how good of a turnaround that they've had. And I'm not trying to discredit them because they're playing really well. But if they can't even win the division, I don't think they have what it takes to even make the World Series.
So with that being said, should Cashman be panicking now and making moves now? Or should he wait and see if everything turns around sunshine and roses? With you saying that, hey, they can't win a championship, I don't believe, from the wild card, going through the gauntlet, playing on the road, not having home field advantage.
At some point, you got to hit the panic button and be desperate, and I'd say that time, if you lose this series to the Rays, it's got to be now. You got to try and strike while the iron's hot. You got to try and strike before other teams can get their paws on a player such as Luis Arraez.
Black Metronome on the chat over on YouTube. Tom Bauer is unstoppable.
That is true. He's a locomotive.
2 choices, panic or bored. That from Arnold Cantor on there. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. Get involved in the show. Be it on the ESPN New York YouTube channel where you can chime in with all of your comments, but also on the telephone lines, which are open right now. Is there any reason to believe that the Yankees are any different than they have been the last several years? Any reason whatsoever? 800-919-3776. The lines are open now. Let's go. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This July, join us for the Great American Giveaway and your chance to win your share of $175,000. Earn entries daily all month long. Then be here on July 31st from 3 till 6 p.m. when 2 lucky winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 grand prize winner will take home $75,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
All right, a little bit better here across the Hudson. Inbound Holland and Lincoln look good. No construction yet. Outbound side, down to a 10-15 minute delay at the George Upper Deck. If you're heading outbound, construction-free, but traffic off the westbound side of the Cross Bronx. You've got an issue in Westchester, 287 eastbound. That's a wreck before exit number 5 in Greenberg. And also on the Palisades Parkway through Rockland County. Watch out for a closure. It's a northbound car fire. All lanes blocked, exit 8 up through 9. You've got southbound emergency emergency response right around the same spot, blocking at least one lane. I'm Jeff Fromm on 880 ESPN New York.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid, bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
From the chat, I met Tsunami the other day at the ESPN New York Beach Bash, and he chimes in with, Tom Bauer is cool. I need pictures with Bart, Don, Peter, Alan, Michael still, though, but he did take a picture with Tom Bauer. Your thoughts?
I'm just happy he survived.
That he didn't kill him?
Yeah.
The Dahmer?
He ended up in no freezer.
Wow. There was such a loud laugh from Joe Leo right there that I heard it through the soundproof glass.
Me too.
That was top notch.
I mean, you in the beach by water. I don't know if you want to be by baby Dahmer.
Tom, how much does that bother you when we compare you to a serial killer?
Well, let's just say I don't like it necessarily. You could compare me to other things, and like. I think just in general being compared to a serial killer is like one of the worst things that anybody could be compared to.
You know what's crazy? I remember like when we first started playing, like Suggs used to trash talk Hernandez. Like, you ain't no killer, you ain't no thug. Yeah.
Turns out he was.
Yeah, he is. You might. Yeah, he gave you a little grace there, Sizzle.
I still argue I was correct.
Yeah,
Well, listen. Listen.
Have you ever watched the show You on Netflix?
Is that one of those serial killer shows?
Kind of.
I was just asking the question in general. I have not watched it.
That's
You
where
have not
where he get his research from.
It's basically Penn Badgley is the star. I think of
He don't know who
not
that
Gilmore
guy is.
Girls. What was that New York City Gossip Girl fame? I believe. And it's year by year, he ends up kidnapping someone and usually ends up killing him and then moving on to somewhere else. I don't imagine that's the kind of thing that you're doing. So I guess to your credit, Tom, like, you don't project that to me.
Well, hang on. Time out.
Yeah.
If you're going to say you don't imagine me doing something like that, what exactly comes to mind when you're thinking
I don't
something like that?
imagine you being a serial killer is what I'm telling
But what do you
or
imagine?
what
What do you imagine about him?
I just think Tom, like when Tom gets into the mosh pit, like the anger all comes out of Tom in the mosh pit.
Right.
I think that's where all of the emotions, everything that he buries all week long or all month long. How often are you in a mosh pit? Would you say monthly? Are you in a monthly mosh pit?
Let's say once a month.
Once a month?
Just to be safe.
Once a month?
Let's say that to be safe.
I mean, it's basically Tom's version of Fight Club.
That's an addiction.
Like a meeting.
Yeah.
That's an addiction.
Is it scheduled? We're going to mosh tomorrow night.
Tom, do you have like a group of moshers that you go with? Because like, if I'm gonna go mosh pit, I want some people that can protect
Is there
me.
a mosh pit group chat where fellas, we're gonna meet over West Side Central Park, 9 p.m. We're gonna mosh. Is that a thing or no? Like, how does the mosh pit? Is it only concerts?
Yeah, it's only concerts. There's no like, hey, let's go. It's not. There's no, hey, let's go mosh in the McDonald's parking lot at 11 p.m. tonight.
Tom.
See you boys there.
Tom, you go to 12 concerts a year. That's an addiction too. That's where all your money. That's where all your money goes to.
The concerts Tom is going to are the concerts that are in smaller venues, that are in like clubs, and they're lesser known bands that I would tend to think. Now, Tom, again, not saying you're a serial killer by any stretch, but I would tend to think that these bands would be on the extreme end of the spectrum. Is that fair?
If the lesser known ones, yeah, those are usually like hardcore metal bands.
Tom, last 5 concerts, Tom.
Last 5?
Yeah. Snot,
which was also with Seven Dust. That was a great show. Went to Evanescence at PNC Bank. That was about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Evanescence, wasn't that the guy who did the thing on the on like the tread? No, that's Jamiroquai.
Yeah, no, this is Amy Lee. This is Bring Me to Life.
First of all,
Jamiroquai had it going on.
That was one of the best songs.
That's a great video.
That's one of the best songs.
That won video of the year, I think.
That's one of the best songs ever.
That's a great song.
Like, if you do, like, best songs ever, top 100, I'm going with Jamiroquai.
Yeah.
That hat was killer, too.
Duncan Stewart chimes in. Ted Kaczynski, maybe a little more Ted Kaczynski than Dahmer. I don't have you as a bomber. I don't have you as the Unabomber. I don't have that.
I would have never pegged myself.
Yeah, Tom ain't good with the wiring.
Jeez.
Tom's never good with the wiring. Tom, did you grow up liking Dexter?
What exactly do you mean by that? Like, what happened?
The show,
Did you watch the show?
Did I watch the show? No, but my sister heavily watched Dexter.
So secretly she is. So which one of you guys are... Never mind. Keep family members out of it.
I think it's unfair. And if you're just getting all your anger out in the mosh, is that fair to say? You get your anger out in the mosh pit monthly?
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's a good way to like release like any sort of like frustration or anger that you've had. Like, it's just a good exercise. And at the end of the day, there's no like harm or foul with anybody in the pit. Like, it's just naturally accepted. This is what's going to happen. And then at the end of the night, you'll dap each other up and you'll move on with your life. Maybe even make some friends.
I'm just saying, Tom, I love you. I just want to make that very apparent, and I respect you, Tom.
But
as a person and as a colleague. No but.
No, what all this is, Tom, is...
No but.
You're trying to say off a list is what you're trying to say.
No, all this is when you do explode and you bring in a weapon of mass destruction of some sort. And you're looking around the room, you look at Bart and say, get out of here.
Hey, you might want to be late today, Bart. On a FaceTime. Stop at Starbucks, Bart. Just let a brother know.
That's great. That's great. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, 800-919-3776. Yankees are a complete mess right now. Josh is on the turnpike. He's on ESPN New York. What's going on?
I want to say also, Tom, I always had your back. I'm one of your guys. You're a great guy, and I respect you, just like Bart.
I've always enjoyed your work, Tom. I feel like it's underappreciated.
There you go. Listen, you guys got it all wrong. The only people who think the Yankees suck are the fans and the people who read the box score and the people who watch the games. The front office thinks they're great. This is a great team. Don't pay attention to the strikeouts. Don't pay attention to the injuries. Don't pay attention to the pop-outs and the guys who can't bunt. They know the real metrics that matter in the front office. And that's why they don't need to make any changes. They're going to get feedbacks. They're going to get stand-back. This team is built to make the postseason. This is a winner. Forget the mediocrity of the last 25 years.
I'm sensing sarcasm. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
You got to blame somebody. Is it the nerds? Like, do we blame the nerds? Do we blame Cashman? Somebody. The team sucks. Who's responsible? Maybe it's their shitty maybe it's their bad analytics.
Got to cut you loose after that. You let it out by accident.
That was Rage Against the Machine, man.
Yeah, that's Tom in a mosh pit right there. Came out.
I feel like Yankee fans are frustrated, man.
Because
it's like being it's like Groundhog Day.
Yes, it is very much like.
Who's
being
the guy
on a
that
trip.
always used to when he used to step in the water every time with Bill Murray?
What do you mean?
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, the movie Needle Nose Ned the Head, Ned Ryerson.
Yeah, Ned Ryerson. Yeah.
Watch that last step. It's a doozy.
That's what Yankee fans feel every time. It's the same thing. Like, when is Lucy gonna pull the football away?
Every day they're stepping in that giant puddle.
And it looks so good. That's the problem. Every year leading up to it, it looks so good. It's like, man, we good. Look at us. And then you play like the Astros. I don't know what the Astros doing this year, but you play the Astros. You're like, oh damn, they better. And it's just like, just being good isn't good enough. I'd rather have been like the Giants under Eli than to be Josh Allen. And I feel like the Yankees are Josh Allen.
Win a couple over a course of 15 years, but then not be consistently great.
Either win, be a champion, like how the Giants were.
You know what?
On
That's
the Kung
an
Fu
interesting
Panda.
question.
They win one, lose one. They suck. They good. They bad. The Red Sox was like that for a while. They win, then they bad, then they win again, then they bad.
Would you rather be? Tom, you can ask this on the poll. You can ask it to the fans too on the phones at 800-919-3776. Would you rather win a couple of championships and be bad for 5 or 6 years, or even more than that? Or would you just rather be consistently good every year and not win a championship? Which would you rather? I think that's a great question because there's only supposed to be one bar set for the Yankees.
Yes.
800.
What are they at, 24 now?
27.
Damn.
Yeah. New York, you need to hear this. This summer, all lines lead to Champ Sports Fan Central Station, a soccer pop-up shop right in the heart of New York City, 125 West 33rd Street. This is the soccer destination in New York. Jerseys for every national team you ride with. USA, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, and way more, all under one roof. If you want to gear up, rep your country, and feel the energy of the city, Champ Sports Fan Central Station, 125 West 33rd Street. That's where you need to be. And for all you Knicks fans, they have championship gear to celebrate your team's first title in 53 years. Yankee fans, we want to hear from you on this debacle and what's going on this afternoon. Because if you lose today, you are 7 out in the loss column.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game. Because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right, if your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. All through this tournament, the betting options on FanDuel bring you straight onto the pitch. Who will score the first goal? How many shots will each team have during the match? It's all right there in the app. And with same-game parlays, you have a chance for bigger payouts. And best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Felt with a gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
When you manage an active facility, disruption is not an option. Tricon Construction specializes in healthcare, commercial, and industrial environments where work needs to happen without shutting operations down. That takes detailed planning, clear communication, and safe, disciplined execution. Because when patients are inside, tenants are working, or production has to keep moving, every decision matters. Tricon understands how to work around your business professionally, safely, and efficiently. For complex work inside active facilities, choose Tricon Construction. Visit triconbuilds.com. That's triconbuilds.com.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
It's time to start calling guys out. There's been a lack of accountability with the Yankees forever, where you've got a manager that defends. The players are way too comfortable. Everybody gets apologies for how they play. Maybe it's not a lack of focus. Maybe it's just a lack of accountability that they know at the end of the day, I'm still going to be in the lineup. I'm still going to get defended by the organization.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off. And you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
This is the Michael K. Show.
You might all disagree with me on this. 7th game of the World Series. Yankees have to win to be champions. Every single one of their starting pitching is available. I could choose between Garrett Cole, a former Cy Young Award winner. I could choose between Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Will Warren, Ryan Weathers, or Cam Schlittler. There's one guy on the staff that's dominant and great, and that's Schlittler.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
I see a tough word that's on the screen right now among the callers. It's never good when I see the word boring in relation to the Yankees in baseball. And, you know, we've talked about the worst thing that you can be in baseball is bad and boring. And it's pretty close to that right now. How they're playing at the moment is bad and, yes, somewhat boring, for sure. I mean, you right now just even talking about it, and I understand. Because in my brain, I'm like, oh, Yankee boring. I can't wrap my head around anything that's interesting. Am I supposed to get worked up by Anthony Volpe getting ticked off for once?
Ooh, Volpe. I'm a professional. I'm a pro. I do my job.
Wow.
I am misquoted. Shut up.
Honestly. Listen, you might think that we're not making a bigger deal of that because it's Michael. You can think whatever you want. It happens where people tell you the wrong thing. Like that has happened to me for sure. And Michael came right out and corrected it immediately. But then Volpe's still getting all ticked off after the fact. Like, if I know Michael, he went and apologized to Volpe. And he apologized the first thing on the air yesterday. And then Volpe's still been out of shape.
Yeah. If you don't like my apology, then shut up. I can care less.
I don't even know if that was the case.
I'll be here long. Michael will be here longer than you, Volpe, if he chooses to.
Well, I don't know how much longer Volpe's going to be here, and I honestly do look at some of these. I heard them talking about this on the afternoon show yesterday. When you're a guy like Volpe and you have a lot of family and a lot of people you know in the place where you are playing, that sucks. That sucks. Because a lot of times those people think that they're helping you, and they're not. When they tell you all the stuff that's being said or written or whatever, that does not help you. And it, you know who is, and it's ironic that I will say this, because if it was when he was still managing, I might hear about it again after the fact. But the guy that had too many people in his ear like this was Willie Randolph. When he was the Met manager, and he would hear, you know, he would have other people that would tell him things that were said, and Willie would hear some things that were said, and of course they would get communicated wrong or whatever. Like that doesn't help anyone when you're there giving all the negative things that people are, when you're trying to be successful.
Because like, what you want me to, as a family member or somebody like that, what you want me to do with that?
Yeah.
Like, you want me to give energy to that? You think that's going to add fuel to the fire? I'm always motivated. I'm self-motivated. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't self-motivated. I used to tell my people, my family all the time, man, listen, quit arguing with people on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't care. Those people ain't going to make my life or break my life.
If I don't care, you don't care.
You're sitting up there getting upset, wasting energy, arguing with them, when you can be doing something else productive.
Yeah. And
I swear to God, I tell you this all the time. I did not know who Mike Francesa was when I was playing.
Yeah.
Never heard of him. Didn't know what he looked like. Didn't even know he had a show. Never heard of him. First time I heard of Mike Francesa is when they say Reavers responded to him. Before that, had never heard of him. Never.
Didn't care.
Man, I had a six CD changer in a pod. And what they called them before they were iPhones? When it was just music on your your thing.
iPod. It was an iPod
player?
Yeah, I had an iPod.
Or the CD player in the trunk.
No, but even when when it was just
in 1987.
Before it was your phone, it was just music.
It was an iPod.
iPod.
Yes. Yeah.
I listened to my iPod, and that's all I listened to. I didn't listen to radio. I didn't grow up listening to sports talk radio. I grew up listening to R&B hip hop radio.
No Nasty Nestor down in Baltimore?
No Nasty. That's right, Nasty.
You know Nestor?
Yeah, don't Nestor got a trick finger? Ain't he missing a finger or something?
I don't know. I forget. Something.
Yeah, Nasty Nestor used to be around. Yeah, he was our Jake Assman.
Yes, he was your Jake Assman.
Yeah, he was our Jake Assman, man.
Right.
Yeah, man.
In a complimentary way, we mean this for clear, to be sure. A guy that covered the Ravens voraciously.
Yeah, he might pop up at your bar mitzvah or something. Like, bro, what the hell are you doing?
For you, I mean, I'll be your ass, man.
I'm serving. I mean, Volpe needs to get out of his own way, man. Like, don't pay attention when they loving you. Don't pay attention when they hating you.
800-919-3776. Steve's in Middle Village. He's next on ESPN New York. Steve, what's going on?
Hey, guys. Thank you for taking the call. Quick story. I gave up baseball and the Yankees around 2020 due to the commissioner. Fast forward, my wife is still a big baseball fan. She watches everything. We have the Mets and all that stuff. After the Knicks, I asked her, we're both in our 70s. I said, to hell with it. I'm going to watch baseball. Maybe the Yankees have got something. I got it. She said, don't get it. I said, no, let's get it. I began to watch. It is like deja vu all over again, or what you said about Groundhog Day. It is the same type of game. Now, forget about the strikeouts and the home run strategy. The thing that gets me, and you said it, guys, is that it's boring, and it's also embarrassing. It's all those strikeouts and just the way they play. It's also defense and base running. They don't know how to do that either. Any discussion of playoffs or World Series at this point, even before all this happened, World Series. I used to have a Yankee gut where I could feel that they were going to go into the World Series. I haven't felt that since 2009, and they have to change the strategy. They have to change the two main people involved, Boone and Cashman. But I'm tired of hearing that they can't be fired.
Tell me this, Steve.
Oh,
well,
sorry.
it would have been a
bad.
rest.
I cut him loose.
For me, it's Cashman from a different era, and he hasn't adjusted to the new way of winning championships in baseball. Is he still with this baby bomber stuff, and that's not the way you win in baseball anymore? It's about moving guys over. It's about being more – we thought they were getting more athletic when they got Chisholm and got guys that can run bases and stuff like that, maybe steal you some bases, move guys over, get more athletic, still have great infield defense, but be more athletic. I mean, when you look at how, like, teams that have traditionally been really, really good over this last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, how are the Braves built? How are the Dodgers built?
Well, Dodgers, we can't even talk about the Dodgers so much. Like,
yeah, but
it's just absurd how they're built. And the Yankees are spending money.
But they can buy everything, right? We know they can buy everything. But how do they choose to spend their money on what types of players? Right? They feel like they needed more athleticism, more speed, right? Mookie Betts is a guy that can make contact and hit for power, but he's an athletic guy, right? You think about Tucker. I know he's not playing well, but he was brought in because he's a speed demon. Yeah, grab that.
Yeah. He's a guy.
I don't know where that came from.
No, he's been remarkably disappointing. But I mean, I think you make an interesting point when you're talking about guys and teams like the Braves. Like, I mean, you look at Atlanta, and they lose Freddie Freeman a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And they went out and they got Olsen. And Olsen for them has been pretty damn good. The guy's good every freaking year. They get the young guys. They get the catcher, Baldwin. They got a lot of these guys are younger guys that have turned into really good players. Ozzie Albies has turned into a really, really good player. He's not even that super young anymore. They just are reliable. And I think the other thing the Braves have done is they have continued to raise pitching pretty well.
When Acuna got hurt, it didn't even matter. They still went to the World Series. You know what I'm saying? So, they're just fundamentally a good program.
I'm frustrated by the fact that when you watch it now and you get bored and it looks the same every single year.
You know how boring it is to watch strikeouts?
And not just that.
Thank God for the pitch clock. Could you imagine watching this low of offense and pitchers was on the mound like way longer?
Do you think this is all about Stanton and Judge being out? Because I don't think it's all about it.
Well, I think the hitters get better pitches to see because they have to, because those guys are getting on base or those guys are coming up, so they getting better pitches to see. But it can't be all about them. It's never about one or two players.
I got major questions too about some football that we need to get into. We haven't talked football in a bit, and I think it's about time that we did it. That's just me, Mr. Tough Guy.
Thank God.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. That's how Prime members have saved over $2 billion on grocery and household items. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
The 2026 U.S. Open Tennis Championships are back, where the world's greatest city meets the world's greatest tennis players. Fan Week begins August 23rd. Experience the Mixed Doubles Championship on the 25th and 26th. And the U.S. Open Singles Championship starts Sunday, August 30th. All tickets on sale now at usopen.org. The U.S. Open. Spectacular awaits.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
This might be unfair. I'm going to be the first to admit that before I say it. But why do I just have a bad feeling about Jaxson Dart? The reason right now, and I'm not going to lie, the reason right now is I see a stupid video of him jumping off of a yacht and doing like a triple somersault. And I know I'm being stupid and I'm being irrational, but it just makes me think that there's not an emotional maturity to Jaxson Dart that gives me the confidence I need going into year two. All I needed was for that to not be on video. Why is that on video, Bart Scott?
Because his wife is an influencer or his girlfriend is an influencer, so she needs content. What better way than to ride the coattail of my husband, who's the quarterback of the New York Football Giants. So now I can get views and everything is – everybody that's listening to us like, let me just go follow him or who is she? Let me follow her and see what the hell she's doing because that's a way for me to keep track of what he's doing.
I kind of wanted to hold off on this for a day or two because this was earlier in the week. I'm sure you saw the video by now because it was on SportsCenter. It was on a bunch of places.
Between him and Scatterboo.
Yeah, well, this was Dart on the top of a yacht, and he was throwing a football to a buddy who was on a jet ski and was basically running a fly pattern. And I guess they had a bet that if Dart completed the pass, if the guy caught the pass on the jet ski, that he then had to jump off the top deck of that yacht and do a somersault into the water.
I wonder how many takes it took.
Yeah, I'm sure it took about 12, but he did it. And so Dart then did that, and I get it. Listen, I am sounding like an old man right now, but what I really get wrapped up in is I know this stuff happens all the time. I get it. There's no part of Dart in any public appearance or anything that I have seen him in that just makes me feel great about where all of this is headed. You know what I mean?
I mean, the reality is he's the fourth best quarterback in the division.
Right now, yes.
Yeah, I mean, do you think he has a higher ceiling than Dak Prescott, who's borderline going to be? If he
Dak Prescott, I think, is slept on.
If Dak wins a Super Bowl, maybe two, he has the statistics to be in the Hall of Fame.
Now he still has to go and do that, but he does.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts has won 2 titles, despite what you want to say about him. He's won 2 Super Bowls.
Well, just one.
No, one. I mean, he's won 1 Super Bowl. Been to 2.
Been to 2. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then
you'd still rather have Jalen Hurts as your quarterback.
Jake Daniels is the most talented quarterback in the division.
Yep. Now, granted,
with the highest ceiling. He has the highest ceiling.
Granted, he was hurt last year, but still, I would agree with that 100%.
First year took his team to the NFC Championship.
I would 100% agree with you.
And he was the best player. It wasn't like it wasn't like Mark Sanchez when he came and there was a bunch of dudes on the team.
And they're running the ball down your throats.
Right.
No.
He took a team that shouldn't have been there.
I'm thoroughly annoyed by it, and I just don't think anything good is going to come. Not of this per se. I just wonder if he's growing up. So John Harbaugh comes in, and you're thinking that immediately he's going to have this very positive influence on Jaxson Dart in regard to that. And Dart, to his credit, at least when it comes to saying all the right things, said all the right things in the spring when he was at OTAs about, I have to be better about not taking as many hits, all that kind of thing. This one bothered me, though. This is from Brian Callahan, the Giants' offensive coordinator. He and Dart went back and looked at every play last year together that he felt like Dart put himself unnecessarily in harm's way. In other words, the risk-reward factor, the reward was not outweighing the risk on these plays. And Brian Callahan actually said this. There was something to him that he felt like he needed to prove he was tough. He's already proven that. We can move on from that now. So Jaxson Dart took all these hits because he felt like he needed to prove to everybody that he was a tough guy? Who was in his ear? Scatterbo? Who? If that's a big reason why you're taking these hits, because you had to prove that you were tough, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, I don't think he proved that he was tough. I think he proved that he was reckless and arrogant.
Eli Manning, over the course of a career, proved that he was tough.
Standing in the pocket, taking an ass kicking.
Yeah. And it's not that he has to do that.
Yeah.
It's just that when you're taking 1 year of stupid shots, that doesn't just prove that you're tough. And who cares that you need to prove that you're tough? Like, that just speaks to an incredible emotional immaturity to me that I worry about going forward with the development of a franchise quarterback.
What's insecurity?
It's a great word.
You know what I'm saying? Wanting to be accepted, wanting to be loved. Like, you can't make people love you inorganically.
I've tried.
Yeah, they gotta fall in love with you organically. We fell in love with OG organically. He didn't do anything. He just went about his work, right? He just went about his work and he carried himself a certain way. That's like, man, I really, really like this guy. Like, you can't try and speed up the process. You know what I'm saying? This is you cook love in a crock pot, not in a microwave. And he's trying to put it in a microwave. Now, sometimes it happens as fast as a microwave, but to do that, he would have had to come here and take over the world like Sanchez did. Came here, AFC Championship. Next thing you know, he's on the cover of GQ. He's dating even Longoria. You know, getting some mature buns. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like
and you could argue that Mark still has his problems with immaturity now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, cost him a lot. But that's what I'm saying though. Like, Mark was very immature. I always say, like, man, listen, you want a man to, and it's hard, right? You want a man to mature, let him have a kid, because it's not until you have that point where you realize there's something bigger than you. I was always hoping Mark would get one of his thoughts pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
does Mark have kids now?
Yeah, he has a son.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, fatherhood changes you, man. Well, I guess. Yeah.
Well, but I mean, I'm looking at what's going on with this now, and I don't understand why I should feel great about it all after year one. Like, you know, am I wrong to say that after year one of Jaden Daniels, even though he got hurt last year, I knew already, but am I wrong to say I don't really remember seeing him all over the place? He might have done some of the appearances and things like that.
If he was somewhere, he was with his mother, which somebody hanging out with their mom is not a red flag unless you're Brandon Ayuk.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, Brandon Ayuk said Oh, you missed today.
Well, I mean, I
Ayuk
cannot keep up with the Brandon Ayuk soap opera of every day.
Well, I guess Jalen Daniels said, hey, if you come here, this is my team. You got to live. He was like, man, I'm a grown-ass man. Man, you need to quit listening to your mom or being underneath your mom. Like, bro, this is your only advocate that you had to try and get you.
Who wants Brandon Ayuk right now? Like, you're doing boy.
Yeah.
Something's going on there. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, he went there. But for me, I'm just trying to figure out, does does Jaxson Dart have enough around him to be successful where he doesn't have to try and play hero ball?
He feels like a frat boy.
Him and Scatterbull. I told you, I was so disappointed. Well, Scatterbull won with not having a wherewithal. I get trying to prove that you're healthy and all that stuff, but the backflip at the softball place when you haven't been able to participate in OTAs or anything like that or voluntary workouts. Then the shotgun of the beer, like you branding yourself like you're Grunk. We didn't see Grunk doing this until we gave him the nickname Grunk. Like, yeah, he was doing stuff, but we didn't see him doing all this crazy stuff and wild stuff. You can be the party dude, the frat boy, but you got to do some stuff first.
And Gronk had established himself as the best tight end in the league,
right?
Before we really even knew about him.
And Gronk had opportunity to kind of grow and kind of, before he started pulling all these antics, he had already proven himself as one of the best guys. Probably had already won a Super Bowl. You can do all that and be who you really are. Now you have to be on your best behavior because, like, Grunk's in a position where he can play 11, 10 years if he wants to. Scatterbull, he's already had one injury in 1 year. We got Scatterbull, maybe 6 more years. We're going to hear from Scatterbull.
I think if he had a 6-year career, that would be a hell of an achievement,
yeah.
The way that he plays. And I get that everybody loves the way that he plays, but when you play like that, you make your career shorter instantaneously.
Ask Amar Bradshaw.
NYG men, giant fan. Dart pocket presence and awareness give me confidence. This isn't about his ability. This is not about his ability. This is about his mentality.
Right. I mean, his pocket presence and ability, I mean, how far – They've done him a disservice with the mishandling of the neighbor situation.
I'll tell you, they have really flown
should,
under the radar on that whole thing.
I mean, they have to heavily consider a guy like Diggs or somebody that's a smart, responsible receiver. I know OBJ is supposed to be, but OBJ doesn't have the ability.
I don't know if he's going to make the team.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have the ability.
Yeah.
To be that guy. Stephon Diggs with a young quarterback last year with Drake May, 1,000-yard receiver.
Money Cyclops, Dart is the best quarterback in the division. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's silly.
Yeah,
no, I'm sorry. This is dumber. By a mile is what he added later on. Much dumber. Much
What's his
dumber.
name? What's his name?
Money Cyclops.
Money Cyclops.
Yeah. In the
we
chat.
Are all now dumber for listening to you. No way
what
in your
you
rambling
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
May God have mercy on your soul.
You're awarded no points.
Like, come on, man. That's not even like, come on, man. Like, just show me that you're not being a rational fan, man, by saying, hey, he's the most. Come on, man. That don't even make sense.
This is an interesting question, and one I think we're going to explore a little bit later on. And this is going to annoy some people, I'm sure, but I'm going to ask it anyway. You're going into this season. You're the team that you feel like you have a chance to make the playoffs, okay? I'm not saying that either team is in this position, but if you were a team that felt like everything else was in place for you to make the playoffs, not be a Super Bowl contender, be a playoff team, would you rather have Geno Smith or Jaxson Dart as your quarterback? This year.
I don't even think it's going to be close. I think not only is Geno Smith a better quarterback, and he should be, right? He's been through a lot. And as far as physically, he's still fine. I know he got beat up last year playing for the Raiders, and playing under that Chip Kelly offense is never a good thing. Just ask UCLA. I don't even think this is even a conversation. Not only do I think that Geno Smith is a better quarterback than Jaxson Dart. I think the Jets' offensive line is better. The running back's better. If you want to say it's a push with Garrett Wilson and you want to say it's a push with Garrett Wilson and Neighbors, okay. I think I think even the Jets are better at tight end. I think Sadiq's going to be a problem. I love me some Isaiah Likely. I wanted them to get Isaiah Likely, but now he's going to be the main guy, and he's going to be relied on to be a leading man. I think the combination of Mason Taylor and Sadiq will be better than.
But again, like I would even take those guys out. Either guy, you just have a generic team that is good enough to make the playoffs at every other spot. You'd rather have Geno right now than Dart.
Yeah. I think the Jets offense has the possibility to be the beginning of something special. I don't know if Geno will be able to see it all the way through, but this is one of the most, in my opinion, personnel-wise, on paper, this is one of the most, in my opinion, exciting collections of talent on the offensive side of the ball. I would put them top 7 with anybody in the league.
Top 7 offense in the league right now?
Possibilities. They have 2 good tight ends. Oof. They have 2 good tight ends.
I mean, we're asking a lot of Geno.
They have elite. They have elite, but I don't think he's going to have to do much. They have elite tailback. Top 10 by most. I'm
just gonna play. I'm playing devil's advocate here for a second. Okay, the tight ends between them have 1 year of experience.
Yeah.
So they're both young, but I think Sadiq's going to be fantastic.
I mean,
but I'm not getting too nuts.
I don't think Sadiq will be Ty Warren, Trey McBride his first year. Who's the guy? Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
I don't think it'll be Brock Bowers. I think he'll be somewhere in between Harold Fannin and those guys, right?
That's pretty good.
Which is like 600-700 yards receiving.
In a rookie year, yeah.
In a rookie year.
Good.
600-700 yards receiving. Mason Taylor, I think I add another 500. I think they can potentially get about 1,300 to 1,200 yards productivity from their tight ends, which remember last year, a couple years ago, they got the least amount of production from a tight end. And I think Rucker would be a sneaky guy. I think that 13 personnel and 12 personnel would be something they have to explore.
Look, I can't do this with Geno because I've never been a Geno guy. I can't sit here and tell you that right now I'd rather just generic team, not even who his playmakers are.
Okay, who was he?
Just the quarterback himself.
I think we see more Seattle Geno than we see Oakland Geno.
Well, that's a fair question. Like, I have faith that Frank Reich will get the better end of Geno than the worse end of Geno.
And
than Chip Kelly did with Geno last year.
I don't think people realize, in my opinion, just how good this offensive line can be. I think this offensive line could be elite. All 17 guys played all 17 games.
I get this with him, but I'm saying just the one player.
Yeah, but I can't look at the player without seeing the product or the environment in which he's living in.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I see him in an environment where he has an opportunity to not have to do much.
Now, I got to give a shout-out here real quick because KJ Jammer, now this is going to sound like a cop-out. He asked the question about 3 minutes ago, the very question I asked, about would you rather have Geno or Jaxson Dart? We did have that discussion pregame before the show.
Yeah.
So, KJ, you're thinking along our lines, but I did not steal your topic, I promise. But I will give you a shout-out for having the same discussion.
Yes.
Same thought.
I mean, because I think it's a legitimate question that we're all thinking. I just believe right now Geno is set up better. And I think Harbaugh, in a couple of years, he'll get the roster that he wants. You know, they're going to have to, just like we say, we need to get a number 2 opposite Garrett Wilson. We think that we have that. I think you have multiple opportunities.
Now, I do want to play this.
Joseph Adai.
Yep.
I mean, Adonai Mitchell.
Adonai Mitchell, yeah.
You have Cooper, who I think is going to be very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And the tight ends.
Yep.
So it shouldn't be hard, man. You
know what I heard look good? Klubnik. The quarterback.
Oh, God.
I heard the quarterback.
Yeah, because
I'm just going to say, again, it's
I'm saying, look
OTAs. I understand.
Look who he's throwing to.
I know.
He's throwing the guys that's getting away from the defense because that's what I'm saying. So if he looks good, just imagine how Geno should look.
Okay. I'm just saying. Anyway, the thing about Geno, we should bring this up. Geno has not had a great year off season with whatever was going on with, I don't know what's going on with his girlfriend or other girl or whoever she was or whatever. And then he got pulled over the other day again.
I'm Geno Smith.
Well, it didn't go so well. Here's Rich Cimini on the Jets Collective podcast, which is the one with Jake and with Brandon Tierney. Those guys do a great job.
There is another development relating to Geno, and I want to make sure we put this in the proper context, because in a vacuum, it would be no big deal. But given what happened or allegedly happened a few weeks ago, I guess it all goes into the story. So I was, just before we came on the air, I was going through some court records in Broward County, Florida, which, of course, where Geno resides. And he was pulled over for speeding a couple of days ago. You know, on Monday, it would happen this past Monday at about 11 o'clock in the morning. The police report claimed that he was doing 70 in a 45-mile-an-hour zone, and he also was not able to produce a license at the scene, so he got ticketed for that. So, look, we've all been through this. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I've had speeding tickets in the past, so, you know, no big deal, right? But in this case, it probably deserves to be mentioned, considering it's the quarterback of the Jets and what we talked about a couple of weeks ago. And these are traffic violations. These are not misdemeanors. These are citations. It's about $400 in fines. He doesn't even have to show up in court. It's your basic speeding ticket. And so I just thought it deserved to be mentioned because of all the other stuff that's been happening.
Now, granted, it's a traffic violation.
It's
and
speeding.
If I had a nickel for every time I've gotten pulled over, well, I certainly have paid more than a nickel because I'm a dumbass speeder sometimes. But you get the point.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned that it's double the speeding.
Yeah, I've never been the double the speed limit guy.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I've been the, 79 and a 55 guy. Something like that.
Yeah, that's like on the expressway. Like the limit is 60.
And if this is my insurance company, I have not ever done any of those things.
You take them you know how you lower yourself now?
The defensive driving course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody out there. See, we got to let them know because everybody don't know that.
That's true.
Take the defenses. I think it's like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Lowers your premium.
But my point about about Dart is, if I had to pick these guys in a vacuum right now and I had to win right now, I still would probably take Dart because of the athleticism, but the maturity factor with him, and I can't speak to maturity with Geno right now. I can't put that in as a check in his column. But
Geno's not unathletic though. He's not. He's
Geno's not making the plays that Dart is.
He's in between. He's in between Charlie Batch and
Is that a good place to even start?
No, that's the worst. That's the bottom. That's the bottom.
Okay, but like if that's the bottom, that's probably bad. Listen, I did one of his games last year early in the season, and with the Raiders, he looked horrible.
Yeah.
That was with the Raiders.
Yeah.
I'll blame Chip Kelly for that.
Yeah.
He looked horrible.
And the offensive line and the fact that Brock Bowers wasn't healthy.
This was also true.
And they traded Jacoby Myers.
And they did not know how to run the football yet with Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
Listen, all true. But they hadn't traded Jacoby Myers yet.
Remember how Randy Moss looked with the Raiders? Sometimes that uniform just do it to you. The next year, he led the league in touchdown receptions.
I'll tell you what, if Geno comes out this year and leads the league in touchdown passes, I will believe in the Raider jinx. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. I'm sorry. You can say what you want, but when I see the stupid things in the offseason, it makes me think you're not mature, and it makes me not trust you in the process. Ryan in Bayonne is on ESPN New York. Ryan, what's up, dude?
What's going on, fellas? I'm doing good. Y'all had me on hold for so long, I kind of lost all the emotion I had before. But
no, bring it. Bring it back.
It'll come back. Say it with your chest.
Call me a dumbass. Let's go.
Say it with your chest.
I want to speak on Jaxson Dart.
Wait a minute. You were only on hold for 10 minutes?
You forgot already?
Our guy David's been on hold for an hour. I got to get him back on here in a minute, but the only reason I took you is because you want to talk about Dart. Let's go.
Well, look, so Dart, last year he did what he did. Yes, he did some immature things. But afterwards, he's come out plenty of times and said over and over, I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson. But you guys still want to harp on things he did in the past. I don't get that, and that always frustrates me. And it's like he said, I trust him enough, and I believe he's a good enough quarterback to give him that trust that he will do what he needs to do next season. And then also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
This is a very pivotal year for him because, remember, this is his first year underneath a coach that didn't draft him. And, this is an opportunity for him to kind of make himself Harbaugh's guy, or either have them thinking that they need to go look elsewhere, especially if the Giants, are sitting somewhere at like 15 in the draft, 10 in the draft. Because remember, Harbaugh is a guy that moved back in to get Lamar Jackson, so he's comfortable with getting a quarterback later, even though that's what Dart represents.
Bart, you got to understand too. Dart played. It wasn't the offense that was the problem last year. People keep forgetting that it was the defense. The offense put up points. Dart did that with nobody. He had no receivers. His running back, his star running back was hurt. He played well with nobody. The offense wasn't the issue. It was the defense that was the one giving up the plays.
Can we ease up on Cam Scadaboo's star running back classification, please? Can we ease up on that?
He's a good player.
He's a good player, but he's not a star running back. Let's.
Scadaboo's not top 20 in running back in the league.
No, absolutely not. Listen,
they're dynamic.
He looked good. He looked good last year.
He looked like the moment. He looked like the moment wasn't too big. I mean, for him to beat the Chargers.
Yeah. You know what?
In-house.
Here's what I would say, and I would probably say this about most young quarterbacks right now. And I still want to see Jaden Daniels do it. I'm not sold 100% after 1 year on most anybody unless they look absolutely incredible in their rookie.
Remember what Vince Young was his rookie year?
Yeah.
Pro Bowler.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. David and Elizabeth has been patient, as we said. He is on ESPN New York. What's up?
It's about hour. You see, Bart?
She went over to the dark side. She went over to the light side. The power.
Oh, yeah. Yo,
to the power.
Mm-hmm. She's a 4-year-old. You know what's crazy? As soon as she hears your guys' voices, she's like, Bart. I'm like,
My peoples. My peoples. Man. What up? Uncle Bart.
Yes, sir. What up? Yep. Mm-hmm. You as well, Chef. They always show you love, too. Fellas, the Mets played a decent game yesterday. Guys are talking my language. Foosball. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So, look, this is what I want to say, Chef. Honestly, Geno Smith has more of a mature mind than Jaxson Dart at this time. I think maybe Jaxson Dart might be a little more athletic than him at this point in their careers. But if Jaxson Dart can get that experience and get the good decision-making of when to run, when not to get hit, things of that nature, he'll be a pretty decent quarterback because I think he has the tools and intangibles to be successful. But I would take Geno Smith at this time because he's more polished and has a better knowledge for the game, and he's more mature when he's playing football, not outside activities, we should say. Two more things I want to say is this. Ogre, I don't know why everything is a party to him. This is year 2 for him. What he should do is get healthy, be practicing the playbook, trying to, sharpen his skills. That's what he should be doing rather than shotgunning beers and being Will Ferrell on the low. I don't know what his deal is, but like Bart said, he needs to slow down. And last but not least, I do want to say this. As far as the Jets standpoint, I think so far they've been having good OTAs. Hopefully they continue to have a good camp. Like the talk has been that this could be a top 10 offense. I say the tools and everything is there. I think if they could follow Reich's plan, if he's a decent coordinator and, they could build some camaraderie, this could be a really good offense. I don't know about top 10 100%. And, I think we have a top 5 back. And I do want to say this. I don't think that Cam Scadaboo's top 30. No disrespect to him. I think he's an all right running back, but I don't even think he's top 30. Just, keep it in his track.
He might be top 30. I mean, it's probably top 30, but I don't know about, we don't have to talk about him as a star player yet. We don't.
Top 30?
Might be.
Is it 32 teams in the league?
Yeah.
Nah, he ain't top 30.
Okay.
Because it's some teams that got 2.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
There's some teams that got 2. We used to talk about Sonic and Knuckles. He wasn't better than both of them. You know what I mean? And now, is he better than Pacheco? No. So Pacheco. And
Pop has fallen off a little bit here the last couple of years.
And that should be a cautionary tale to Scadaboo.
It should be.
Because the guy that want to run everybody over with, and look how fast he's diminishing.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. How exactly did the Knicks get everybody back? Interesting theory from one of the experts next on ESPN New York.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
From your neighborhood stop to the city and back, New Jersey Transit keeps your day moving. Reliable, convenient, and ready when you are. We're on this ride together. So keep aisles clear, use headphones, and be mindful of fellow riders. Small actions make a big difference, especially during travel times. New Jersey Transit. Ride together, ride better. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn, paycheck after paycheck, and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite Back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win a lot.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. At Rings End, they're there to help realize your modern design visions. That's why they partner with Marvin. Engineered for big ideas, Marvin modern windows and doors deliver effortless elegance, expansive views, and industry-leading innovation, all in a modular system designed to meet the exacting principles of modern architecture. Experience Marvin Modern at a Rings End showroom today and create something stunning with them. Rings End is a certified Marvin installing retailer.
Hey, it's Michael K. Not sleeping? Well, it could be your mattress. That's why I always recommend my friends at PC Richard & Son. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step mattress fitting process so that your new bed fits you perfectly. They guarantee it. Top brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic, and in-home delivery on any mattress $399 and up. It's free. So do what I do. Get to PC Richard & Son for your new mattress. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
In my world, you're always sorting through information, trying to find what matters most fast. Well, if you're hiring, you can now review all these resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that instantly shows you the most interested, qualified candidates first. ZipRecruiter's matching technology finds qualified candidates quickly. And with ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates show up at the top of your list. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
My friends, you need to hear this. New York, I'm talking to you. This summer, all the lines lead to Champ Sports Fan Central Station. It is a soccer pop-up shop right in the heart of the city, 125 West 33rd Street, the soccer destination for New York. Jerseys for every national team you ride with. USA, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil. Boy, how about Argentina the other day? Holy crap, against Egypt. They're down 2-0. Egypt gets a goal waved off. Could have been up 3. I mean, you got to be kidding me. And Argentina ends up winning with Messi. Yeah, I mean they're screaming. Yeah, basically the
coach.
For Trump. No, no, they're not. I don't think they can go to Trump to get help. But
what I'm saying, they're complaining to Pandora's box. Like,
they're complaining. They basically said the whole thing was rigged for Messi. Not basically. That's what the coach said. It is crazy.
Even with
Champ
Cape
Sports,
Verde.
I'll take care of it in a second. It is crazy to hear what some of the coaches in international soccer will just flat out say.
They just take the gray out.
It's rigged. This game was rigged because they called a foul back in their own end, and then 7 seconds later, this guy goes coast to coast, scores, and they're going VAR, and something happened at the other end of the field. Come on. Anyway, that was crazy for Argentina to win that game the other day. At any rate, any team that you're riding with, any country you're riding with, they have got the jersey there. So if you want to gear up, rep your country, feel that energy of the city, Champ Sports Fan Central Station, 125 West 33rd Street. That's where you need to be. For all you Knick fans, they've got your championship gear to celebrate your team's first title in 53 years. It's Bart Carlin, 800-919-3776. Also on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, where you can make your comments, you can make your observations, and we will get them in during the show. Tom Bauer is here with some audio files.
The audio file.
Yo, that was tight. Go ahead, Tom.
At any rate, audio files time, boys.
That's a great energetic start. Anyway, all right.
Would you rather me start like this?
Are you ready again?
I kind of would.
What's the mammoth on not Sesame Street, on Winnie the Pooh?
The what?
The mammoth?
The mammoth.
Yeah, the mammoth.
The mammoth?
Hi, Pooh.
Oh, you're talking about Eeyore.
Eeyore? Yeah,
Yeah.
but on Sesame Street, it's the other one.
Snuffleupagus?
Snuffleupagus.
Yeah.
Hi, bird. That's Tom.
It is just a constant guessing game.
Eeyore. That's a great song by Slipknot, by the way. Let's put the metal in there.
I said mammoth. I messed up because I forgot he was a donkey.
That's okay.
But the mammoth is with Sesame Street.
We've all got people in our lives who are Eeyore.
We all thought, yeah.
You know, the sad Eeyore. Oh, how you doing?
Ours was Brandon Moore. We used to call him the Grouch.
Like Oscar, also on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dynamite drop-in, Tom. Next, what's up?
All right, so we've been talking some NFL, so let's go around the league a little bit here. Najee Harris had something to say.
He's still alive?
Najee Harris.
Oh,
He's
that's
still in
right.
the league? Where the hell he at?
He's with the Chargers still, or did he sign somewhere else?
They got his ass up out of there.
Well,
that was a 1 year.
We'll find that out after this cut is over. But Najee Harris talked about, I believe this was on a stream the other day, he talked about something that players do at halftime that maybe sets a dangerous precedent in the world of NFL players and just athletes in this generation in general. Take a listen.
Say if halftime, you know what I mean, we just run straight, some people run straight to their phones and check their things. See, like somebody posted something about them, it's hella funny.
No way.
Yeah. Which is not good.
Have you ever done that, be honest?
Never. You got to lock in. You got to lock in with that. That's just the world we live in.
Running straight to your phones at halftime and checking what people are saying?
I don't know about that. Well, I've been retired, so I don't know what these new kids do. They get social media breaks too.
All right, but you played in an age of social media existing.
Yeah, but we didn't even take our phone in meetings.
But like at halftime, was it in your locker?
Yeah, it's always in a locker because you coming from.
Right, but you're coming from the field, so nobody was ever checking their phone at halftime.
Hell no, I was trying.
And if they did, there was a good chance it was going to get thrown across the room and destroyed.
Well, I was trying to get my wounds, trying to see if I need an IV.
Yeah.
Trying to get my wounds cleaned up. Get that. I ain't had time. You only get 15 minutes on halftime. You only get like 2 minutes before or 5 minutes before the coach comes in and you meet with your offensive team and your defensive team. And you come together as a team. All right, let's go do it. Win for the Gipper. All right, ready, break. It's time to walk back out.
Yeah. Checking your phones at halftime, that's rough.
Losers.
That is.
Your girl sent a picture of you playing like crap.
But if you're
here with the other dude.
Yeah, if you're looking at like what people are saying about you online, at halftime of a game.
What's a lot of? First of all, you know what they saying about you about how you playing. You know if you playing like crap.
Yeah.
If you playing like crap, you can expect the haters to be on Twitter. Like it's super sensitive generation now.
That's true. Tom, next.
You guys are swine. Playing like swine. All right. Seth Wickersham had an interesting... Why, you didn't like the transition there?
No, I guess.
Was that Slipknot or something?
No, that was Hasselhoff in Dodgeball.
Ah. Gotcha.
Yeah, another tight piece of production by yours truly back in the control room here today.
There you go. That's better.
Oh, that was a Joe Leo special right there.
Oh, well, makes sense now.
Wow.
We're getting ready for the Knicks to sword fight with the Cavs. Tom, can you be honest with us, Tom?
Yes.
But you just say the sword fight, that means it's ingrained in your memory, right? Because that's what came to the top of your head. Have you ever sword fighted with somebody?
So I had when I was younger, I had a lightsaber duel with my friend.
Don't answer that. Don't it, Tom.
I know where you were going with it, and I wanted to play along for a little bit.
Sometimes, Tom, they teach you in media training, like if you're an athlete or somebody, that you don't have to accept the premise of the question.
I don't have to, but I'm so much of an idiot that I will do that from occasion to occasion.
What's the difference between a sword fight and a lightsaber fight?
So Seth Wickersham on Unsportsmanlike this week talked about an interesting storyline that he found out about. And so we know Sean Payton, he's a head coach of the Denver Broncos. But at one point, he offered another solution that would have involved somebody else as the head coach of the Denver Broncos. Take a listen.
It was more than like a fleeting thought and less than a full-scale proposal. I mean, I think that Sean, has known Coach Belichick for years. They kind of have mutual respect and then mutual trauma from having worked under Bill Parcells. And I think he was really pissed that Bill didn't get a job after he and the Patriots split in 2024. He always says he belongs in our league. Like, that's what he says. This was a way for him to force that.
So Seth kept saying he there. He was referring to Bill Belichick, by the way.
Seth was saying that Peyton wanted to do was to hire Belichick as the head coach until he got to the win record of beating Shula. I think it was 15 wins he needed.
Yes.
And Sean, in the meantime, would basically run the offense. And then as soon as he got there, that Belichick would then resign. And then, Sean would take back over. You know what would be great? Is if Belichick didn't resign.
Exactly. We know that's exactly. And
Screw you, Sean. You're fired.
And he thought about that.
Yeah.
And he thought about that. And that's why he ain't doing it. Like, hell no.
No, but anyway, listen. It would have been crazy, but I get what he's saying when he says that Belichick belongs in our league.
Yeah, but listen, we've all seen old dudes get exited, they graduate out.
Yeah.
We were there when Don Shula got graduated out.
Yes.
We was there when Denny Green got that got graduated out. Like, these are all new school guys, right? These are kids, these are sons of sons for the most part. McVay, Shanahan, right? Kubiak. These are all sons of great players or great coaches. And every year, like whether it's a Marty Schottenheimer's, like it's about every 10 years. Like Harbaugh, people don't realize Harbaugh's like 65.
Yeah,
I know he looked young, but 5 years he might say I'm done. It's time to go hang with the grandbabies.
Thomas, you said you had some news in mind.
Can't wait.
Is it worthy of this?
I believe so.
Okay.
The New York Knicks and Jordan Clarkson have agreed on a 1-year, $3.9 million deal to return to the New York Knicks. Rich Paul and Brandon Kavanaugh tell ESPN's Shams Charania.
They should have saved that.
I mean,
because they had the $3 million to spare. I'd have waited to see if DeMar DeRozan was going to be available once he gets, cut. They have to pay him. I would have tried to get DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
Coming off my bench, DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah. That would have been – I think DeMar DeRozan is probably going to go somewhere where he still thinks he can start.
I don't think he's going to start nowhere. Yeah, he might be like Harrison Barnes. You know what I mean? Harrison Barnes has been coming off the bench for the last couple of years.
Worst places to be than in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Next. I believe you have one pertaining to the Knicks, do you not?
Yes, and that was a perfect transition to this cut from Bobby Marks, who was on the Zach Lowe show. And he was saying something about the Knicks in this free agency period, and this even resonates more true now with the Jordan Clarkson news. Bobby Marks says the Knicks front office using voodoo power to re-sign everyone.
I don't know what type of voodoo power Leon Rose and Brock Aller and the group there does with some of their players. And probably it's just that they love playing in New York and that there's a comfort level and that the teammates really love each other. But the three guys, Jose Alvarado, Landry Shamet, and Mohamed Diawara, their contracts, there is a trend here with the Knicks as far as the back end of some of these contracts, either partial or non-guarantee, but also fitting. I mean, basically, they signed three guys for, I don't know, $13 million.
Voodoo. That's what we got? Voodoo.
I was called marketing agents. Like, you know, I got here's a marketing deal we have for y'all for the course of the year worth $2 million.
Here's a no-show deal of desperation.
Exactly.
No, wait, that's the Clippers.
Here's an autograph signing at the Spear.
Now, look, those guys all know that they're like Jose Alvarado. Where are you going to have the off-court abilities to make money in any other city?
And to be around your family.
Like Jose Alvarado will here.
And to be able to enjoy this time with your family.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that kind of money would have been easy to talk somebody into.
Just think, how much money would he spend on rent if he was going somewhere and was leasing a home for 2 years?
I don't know what guys spend on. Like, some guys will get just a simple apartment. Some guys will get a really nice place.
But even here, apartment here, a good one, going to be $5,000 to $6,000 a month.
Yeah.
In New York, Westchester maybe a little less, but man, that's $60,000. So $60,000 last year, $60,000 this year. That's $120,000. Man, you just drop that and say you. I wish I would have wanted to stay in Detroit, because then when I would have played there, I would have bought my home where I wanted to live. So I wouldn't have to have sold a house in Baltimore, sold a house somewhere else. I would have been paying on my forever house or my long-term place at a place I was going to stay. Didn't have to sell when I retired.
When you left the Jets, did you think about playing anywhere else?
I was going to go to Seattle.
You were going to go to Seattle, and then
I had a contract offer to go out to Seattle. The year they won the Super Bowl.
Pete was the coach. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
The year they won the Super Bowl, and they came back to New York.
Wow. Why didn't you do it?
I had just got cleared late in April, and I had just had my son, and it was like, go live in Seattle and leave the family
all the way across
New York.
the country. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, then I had the CBS thing there. So
that's true. Yeah.
So it's like,
I forgot about that, and that's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, it's like, that's going to be gone. So it's like, yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. 1 year deal. Yeah. Nah, I'm good.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This July, join us for the Great American Giveaway and your chance to win your share of $175,000. Earn entries daily all month long. Then be here on July 31st from 3 till 6 p.m. when 2 lucky winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one grand prize winner will take home $75,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Fans, arrive early at Yankee Stadium on Saturday, August 8th for the 78th Annual Old Timers Day presented by Fresh Direct. See Yankees legends put on the pinstripes again and take the field at Yankee Stadium. Relive memories of your favorite former Yankees and make new memories with your family. After the Old Timers Day ceremony and game conclude, stick around to see your Bronx Bombers take on Atlanta. Get your Saturday, August 8th Old Timers Day tickets presented by Fresh Direct at Yankees.com/tickets today.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Yankees got to avoid losing this. I mean, this is a massive game for them today. And they got a bullpen game out of it. I mean, against Rasmussen. And honestly, you lose this series, you lose 3 out of 4. You're 7 back in the loss column of the Rays. And then you are also losing the tiebreaker for the season if you lose this series. You have got to find a way this afternoon. 800-919-3776. As a result, the K-Stir, of course, will be on the game today. That is an afternoon affair down at the Trop. So you got a little Jake Asman, a.k.a. the Ass Man. He will be chiming in on digital only, as 880 will be going to the Mets as well at 12:30. So we'll be on the ESPN New York app and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. 800-919-3776. All right, Gilberto is in the truck. He is on ESPN New York. What's up, Gilly B?
Big C, what's up? Big B, what's up?
What it do, baby?
Mr. Bauer with the Bauer Hour. What's up, buddy? Yo, Carlin, man, this is getting ridiculous, man. Let's get rid of the GM for the Yankees. Cashman been there 30 years, brother. He's got 5 championships. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, but he hasn't transitioned another possible GM. He hasn't trained anybody. Gene Michael and Bob Watson trained him. And when Gene left, that was the team. He didn't put that team together. It was Gene and Watson that put that team together that won all those championships. It's time for him to go, bro. And, boy, with your analogy earlier with the lower payrolls and how is it they're getting so much talent? They're getting Spanish GMs or GMs that have connections in Central America, Spanish America, other places. That's why they're getting this thriving talent, hungry talent from these impoverished countries that they want to make their family comfortable. They want the generational wealth. That's why you got the Camarones with Tampa Bay. Even Diaz. Diaz is a hell of a player, man.
Don't all
you know
teams
what I'm saying?
all teams
have a lot of that going on.
Don't all teams do that though?
I went to that all these other teams that Carlin named, the bottom 8, okay, are getting all this talent. Even the Pittsburgh Pirates are on the rise. Okay? Let me know what you think. I think it's time for Cashman to go and a new one to come in.
Look, if ever you were going to make the case to fire Cashman, and I've been a guy that's been very critical of Cashman over the years.
I let him resign.
But if you're ever going to make the case for it, here's what the case is. The owner is tired of spending $300 million a year and not getting the results when everybody else is spending a lot less and getting some results, getting just as good a results as I am. But how does that play with the fans? The owner's rationale for firing the GM is, I spend too much money. There's got to be a much cheaper way to do this. And that doesn't exactly line up with what the fans' interest would be at that point, does it?
How close is the Cashman situation to the Mike Tomlin situation?
Oh, I think we just saw that Cashman had a lot more pull than Mike Tomlin does. Cashman's the fifth Steinbrenner.
No, but what I'm saying is, at some point you got to say, man, like we're not an embarrassment. He does a good job. We're not good, but man, like we're not championship contenders. We got a generational talent in Judge. We got the white whale that we always wanted, and we're no closer than we were when Boone first got here than we was. This year we're no closer than when Boone when he got here his second year.
The biggest malpractice that Cashman will have on his resume is if Aaron Judge doesn't win a championship. Because there wasn't enough around him. Now, granted, last year was the first time he hit the postseason, but still.
But that's 5 years. Why are you going to wait that long? Like,
I don't disagree.
At some point, the Steelers looked at Mike Tomlin like, man, you're a damn good coach, man. You're a good coach. And Cashman, you're a good general manager. We just need something different, man. Like, it ain't working. And I think we've topped out.
That's all on the owner. And the owner has a relationship with the guy where he is very comfortable with how it works.
Yeah, but comfortable. Like, what I've always been told is get comfortable being uncomfortable.
I used to bang on this drum. And then they beat me into submission with it. I get it. Like, he's your guy. He's the fifth brother. He is the fifth Steinbrenner. And so he's not going anywhere. Every time I think he's going to get fired, he gets an extension.
Do a Genie bus. Stab your brother in the back. Yeah. Let that marinate. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you're like, man, listen, you taking us to the same destination with different personnel, different people, same destination. We get off at the same bus stop.
You don't have a brother, right?
Nope, all sisters.
Right. Like I don't know why.
Would you fire your brother?
No, I wouldn't. And just when you said that, like that kind of thought just hit me. Would I ever stab my brother in the back? Any one of my brothers? And I would not.
Okay, well, hold them accountable. So they got lifetime contracts.
I didn't say that. I'm talking about like in a soap opera form. Would I ever stab a brother in the back? I would not. I don't.
What was that? Wolverine and his brother when they got in a fight? Never mind.
I'm just trying to think of the people that I would stab in the back. I don't know. I really wouldn't stab anybody in the back.
Well, stab him in the front.
Yeah.
Like look him in the eye, stab him right in the stomach, and look at him. Yes, it was me.
I want to see the look on your face. Yeah.
Leave that to Tom.
I did this. I did this to you.
Was that on the air or not?
I think that was on the air.
Yeah, that was on the air. Okay. I couldn't tell, Joe Leo. Good line.
Joe's on the list now.
Tom will take care of killing him. Thanks. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. 21 and over, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
It's time to start calling guys out. There's been a lack of accountability with the Yankees forever, where you've got a manager that defends. The players are way too comfortable. Everybody gets apologies for how they play. Maybe it's not a lack of focus. Maybe it's just a lack of accountability that they know at the end of the day, I'm still going to be in the lineup. I'm still going to get defended by the organization.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, let me ask you something. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? Would you seat them beside a lit fireplace or by the deep end of a pool? One last question. Would you seat your child in a car seat that's not correct for them? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. For more information, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Plus, Aaron Judge made some comments about the team, little lack of focus. How much do you think, should this continue, would reflect on the manager?
Booney is trying to find ways to get these guys going. When Aaron Judge chooses to speak like that, that says something about what he's seeing on a daily basis.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Congratulations to the New York Knicks. They are the 2026 NBA champions. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
That's a crazy story.
That's ridiculous.
I will get to it in a few minutes.
It's ridiculous.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York.
I would sue.
Well, we'll see. ESPN New York YouTube channel, 800-919-3776. It is noon, which means what?
I know what they want, Tom. I think they want you, Tom. You heard the kid. She didn't say the power hour. What'd she say?
She said something about the power hour, but
Yeah.
right now I think you're trying to cop out the power hour right now.
I just think it's I think
All right,
once
somebody
or twice
just
a
do
week,
it.
Once or twice during the week, we should do a power hour.
It's a power hour! Listen, the power hour isn't about length.
I like that though, but I think people want to hear you say the Bauer hour because that's your own creation. But no, you don't have to say it. You don't have
I
to say
still
it.
argue I was correct. I think it has to be very specific, like with something that I need to like bring up or something like that. Because
Why are we arguing semantics about this?
This is on air.
I think when Tom does it, it's the Bauer hour.
Yeah,
How about that?
Yeah.
Tom, take the hour, own it, grab ownership of it. It's yours. Do it.
Grab it by the horns.
Let's have it. Come on.
Oh, you want one right now?
He's like,
Knicks in 4. Knicks winning it all. Knicks are going to take it to the finals. That's exactly what's going to happen if you try and put me on the spot with one of those.
I can't say. Listen, he was right.
he had a stroke.
Go ahead. Reload, Tom. Reload.
See, I don't think like when you try and do like I think he's.
Have we already lost the moment?
I think we lost.
Yeah, we probably have.
We lost the moment.
You have ruined this whole thing.
But honestly, this is one of his better power hours. Like that was like 4 strong, and it wasn't screamy. It was good.
This was solid the other day.
Well, listen. Listen.
It's also noon on Thursday, which means it's time. Sorry.
High noon.
That's a bad job by me. I should have given you the head nod or something. I thought.
I'm a duly sworn warrant officer of the search court.
Really tight production again.
Yeah, that's not Joe's fault. That's my fault. That's me. That's all me.
I think everybody knew it was your fault, but thanks for saying it.
That's a fair point. Here's the deal. 3 comments or 3 questions, and we will answer those questions, I think, in opposite ways, and we will debate. So let's get to it.
Round 1, fight! With a loss today to the Rays, is the AL East out of reach for the Yankees?
7 games would be the difference at that point in the loss column. If the Yankees lose today and are 7 out, is the division over? Bart Scott, what say you?
No, I wouldn't say the division's over because, when Judge comes back, they can get on a hot streak the same way they've been on this low streak. I mean, we don't know what the Rays have. I have to check out the Rays' schedule. But, just like they're playing, good, they can play bad as well because, a couple weeks ago, the Yankees, we thought, look how great they're playing without their leader, their captain, without Judge. I wouldn't say that anybody is incapable of coming back. We talked about it yesterday, that how important it was for them just to kind of get a split so it's just like a push. They haven't lost ground. They haven't gained ground. You don't want, the Rays to continue to get this momentum because this is like when you have a team that's not as good as far as talent-wise, the expectations, they get on these type of runs. Momentum is a crazy thing.
Look, 19 teams in history have been 7 games back at the All-Star break and have come back to win the division. At least 7 games back. I would say that the Yankees are pretty close to done. In the division, mind you. They're, of course, a wild card team without even blinking. They have a 4-game lead right now, and they would really have to go to where in order for that to fall apart. I don't see that. But the division, to me, is getting away from them and quick. They've already had that kind of run up and down once where they had the deficit in the division. Then they, all of a sudden, over the course of a couple of weeks, picked it back up and got the lead. And then over the last few weeks, have dropped down again and now could find themselves out 7 games in the loss column. If that's the case, we are still talking about somebody as a team, one that cannot continue to sustain themselves that way. I don't see how you can play that inconsistently over the course of a season and just automatically assume that you're going to come back from that. I'm starting to believe that I should have real cause for concern that this is not very much different than any other Yankee team of the last several years. And I think that certainly the trade deadline will tell me if they believe differently.
Well, if the division is over with, then the chance of a championship is over with because I don't know we've ever seen the Yankees be road warriors. So if that's the case.
Well, right now, is there a thought right now that the Yankees are winning a championship?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're not even to the halfway point.
We talk about how bad the league is. Nobody's talking about the Yankees winning a championship right now. I think that they'd have the, when it comes to betting favorites, and I'll take a look, I'm sure they're still in the top 5. But the only reason they will be is because they're the Yankees.
Right. Nobody had the Knicks winning that late, right? Especially when Boston was number 2 and the Pistons, they couldn't beat the Pistons. Nobody had the Knicks winning nothing.
Right now, Yankees are the number 2 favorite to win the World Series.
Behind the Dodgers?
Yep.
There you go.
They're at plus 550.
Now, whether that means that they have to make some moves.
Would I take some of these other teams at the odds that these other teams have? I certainly would.
Who would you take outside of them? Would you take Atlanta?
I might take Atlanta at 11-1 over the Yankees. I would. Would I take?
But the Phillies.
Phillies are 13-1. Yeah, I might. The Rays at 18-1. Based on what I've seen this year, why wouldn't I take the Rays?
I feel like the Rays are like the Phoenix Suns. You never can take them seriously. They can have great regular seasons, but when it comes down to it, eventually they end up not having enough talent to sustain in a 7-game series.
That might be true.
Round 2, fight! Which quarterback would you rather have this season? Jaxson Dart or Geno Smith?
Jaxson Dart, man. You talk about the slander. Is this a green-leaning radio station?
Which quarterback would you rather have this season? Jaxson Dart or Geno Smith?
Man.
All right, Tom, so was that a typo in the copy that you sent over?
I am looking at it right now. There is no typo.
There is no typo.
No typo.
Which quarterback would you rather have this season? Jaxson Dart or Geno Smith?
Man, he going to have us deposed, man. You better stop that.
I'll tell you, the last line of defense on our, on our whole operation here is top-notch. Nothing gets through.
I confess he did it. I tell you what, man. I just think Geno is more mature. I think Geno's going to have, I think he's going to have the better personnel to throw to, and I don't think it's going to be much put on his shoulders as it is. Unless Harbaugh comes out and he decides we're going to run the ball 30, 35 times a game, that would be interesting. But I would probably say that I would take Geno Smith because of the maturity and the experience and the fact that he has a good personnel to kind of grow with.
Jersey Pride on the chat. Joe Dirt's cousin, Jaxson Dart. I would take Jaxson Dart and Jaxson Dart. I would take both of them. Not by a whole lot. Geno just doesn't do a whole lot for me to really instill confidence. I know what he has around him.
So you wrote him off?
And apparently he's not going to write back or whatever, however that goes. I'm not going to write back or he's not writing back. Somebody's not writing back. Anyway, point being, with Jaxson Dart, I know he can make more plays than Geno, I think, overall. If I had to pick one guy to win for this year, it would be Dart. But the problem is not that we're actually considering Geno, it's that we're even asking the question.
Geno throws such a pretty ball, man. Such a strong arm, deep. Ian Mitchell, 6'1", 6'2", running a 4.29, big body. Geno put it up, just like throwing the Jackson and Joe.
Joe Dirt, very underrated movie.
Jaxson Dart.
Yeah, Joe Dirt. Is that with
David Spade?
Oh, I was thinking about what's the one where it was that was Joe Black.
Jack Black
with with Brad Pitt when he was like the deaf person, like he was like person that comes to get you killed.
Bullet Train?
No, man. Bullet Train was an excellent movie, by the way.
Love that movie.
But no. It was Jack Black where he's like he was deaf. And certain people could see him.
Brad Pitt played deaf.
Yeah.
And he's the guy, basically the angel of death.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Great movie, man.
I don't know the movie, though.
You don't watch a lot of movies.
No, I do. I can't reference them.
Yeah, Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe.
That was a great movie. I thought it was Joe.
Meet Joe Black?
Yeah, but I just remember Joe Black.
That had to be, I'm going to say that was 2002, right?
Joe Black.
1998.
Wow.
Joe Black?
You're hitting me with Meet Joe Black circa 1998, which I'm guessing didn't exactly kill at the box office. Yeah. I don't remember the buzz around Oscar time.
I think it did, man.
Okay.
Anthony Hopkins was in it with him. Come on, man. You put Anthony Hopkins in anything. Fava
Anthony
beans.
Hopkins.
Some fava beans.
So creepy. It's so creepy. Look, I would go Dart.
Round 3, fight! In honor of National French Fry Day tomorrow, what's your favorite type of French fry? I'll weigh in first. All of them.
Oh, look at you. First of all, let's get Jaxson Dart right. You got the waffle fry. You got the shoestring. You got the steak fry.
Curly fry.
You got the curly fry. You got the crinkle cut fry. And so this is not specific to one restaurant per se.
But if
this is just
we
the
know
style of fry. Is that what we're saying?
But if we say it, we know what restaurant you got to go to get it.
Yes, we do. What is your favorite style of fry?
What about you got the natural fry, right, with the little skin on that
the
Wendy's.
And Wendy's also has, natural cut fry, yeah.
Give me the even though it's hard because the Nathan's crinkle fry, but I usually got cheese sauce on that though. You know what I'm saying, with the little bacon bits and stuff. So I like that one. That one's a good solid one because it gives you a lot of meat and a lot of little potatoes still left in the inside.
Right.
But if I had to go with my money, give me some salty shoestring, maybe
McDonald's?
smash burger type of fry.
McDonald's or no?
No, because McDonald's fries never get moldy or get old. I'm too much chemicals with that. Give me the that fry.
Listen, we're eating fries. We're not worried about natural.
Give me the smash burger fry.
Smash burger fry. Okay.
No, Shake Shack. Shake Shack. I'm sorry. Shake Shack.
A Shake Shack fry is a crinkle cut fry.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought it was a shoestring.
Do not question what fry comes from where to me. Do not do that. Crinkle cut fry is Shake Shack. I think you're right that it's more of a shoestring for the smash burger fry.
Yeah.
But I also think smash burger might offer a waffle fry of some sort separately. You know what? I love them all. The only kind of fry I really don't care for is any kind of seasoned fry. I don't dig that. But if I had to pick one, I don't think you're wrong with crinkle cut. I like steak fries. And I know that's probably heresy to some. I know a lot of people who really don't like steak fries at all. But I like steak fry. Give me a big fry. Give me a nice, big, crispy steak fry, and we're in good shape. I like that. I want more of the potato. I want more of all of it. But I'll tell you what, don't come with that weak-ass, soggy fry crap. You know? Don't do that. Some places do that, and it's just, miss me with that. Stop it. Cook it until it's crispy. Don't make me know that every time I come into your place, I got to ask for it well done. Don't make me do that. Don't make me do that, because then you're making me that guy, and when you make me that guy, you start to come close to losing my business, and we can all understand that losing my business is not in your best interest of your business.
My guy Kenny just hit me up. I was thinking about Steak and Shake, which they closed a lot.
Steak and Shake, okay.
Smash Burgers was...
I never went to a Steak and Shake.
No?
I never got to go to one.
Yeah, they were like the first Smash Burger.
Right.
Because they smashed their thing down. They didn't call it Smash Burger.
I didn't think Steak and Shake even had burgers.
Steak and Shake, yeah.
Well, I thought they had just like steaks, like
steak
steak sandwiches kind of.
Nah, they don't have a steak sandwich at all.
Okay, I never went to Steak and Shake.
Burgers.
Well, I missed out on an entire thing here then.
Yeah, they were the first Smash Burger.
Joe Leo, best fry, go.
I'm a curly fry guy.
Curly fry guy.
Who makes curly fries?
But seasoned, non-seasoned.
Non-seasoned.
A lot of curly fries are seasoned.
Yes.
So Arby's have curly fries.
Yes.
Arby's has curly fries. Also, Roy Rogers.
Yep.
Offered both curly fries and straight fries, but the Roy Rogers curly fries were also seasoned. So that's a problem. Tom?
I'm a sucker for the shoestring fries. Like, I know Bart was saying all this, that, and the chemicals at McDonald's. I'll ingest all the chemicals. I'll ingest all the fries.
Yeah, I agree. Like, we're not getting into what's natural and what's not when it comes to fries.
I don't even know what kind. I think McDonald's breeds a particular potato that's been genetically engineered so that it don't even get old. Like, it just sits there. It won't get bacteria. It won't get moldy. Nothing. It just stays there.
John Drummond on the live chat. I don't eat fries. Kind of a health nut. And this place is not for you. Okay? You can unwelcome yourself from the chat. That'd be fine. You could just lay out on this comment because I don't need your energy in this. I don't need that.
He can eat sweet potato fries.
What is your thought on sweet potato fries? Because I have a very strong feeling about this.
I only can eat them, oddly enough, with the most crazy thing that I never would put on fries, with barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Like, you have to eat those with ketchup. It's just too sweet.
I very much like sweet potato fries, and I like to fool myself into thinking I'm doing the healthier thing with sweet potato fries. Problem is they're too easy to screw up because that is a fry that will get mushy very, very quickly and very, very easily.
Yes.
So I don't want any part of that action. No. Fries got to be crispy first and foremost. Do we agree on this? Crispy first and foremost.
Have to be. Got to have that snap. Now, listen. I don't know what they put on it, but like, man, Rallies and Checker fries, amazing.
I haven't been to a Checkers in a while, but that's like a seasoned fry, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I don't dig that.
It's seasoned perfectly. Oh.
Listen to Bart. He wants to marry him.
Love some good seasoning.
Yeah.
A caller, by the way, Chris, just called in and said, hey, Tom, can you ask Carlin what he thinks about the Nathan's fries?
Love Nathan's fries.
Oh, Nathan Crinkle Fry just said that with the sauce and the bacon bits.
Again,
every once in a while they put cheese with the ranch on it.
Yeah, I don't love I don't love squeezed cheese, basically. It's cheese sauce. I don't love that.
Hold on, you don't go to the movies and you only enjoy dipping your cheese?
I do
you
not
want,
get...
You want real cheese melted?
I do not get nacho cheese, nachos at the movies. Those are the worst freaking nachos you can have. They're terrible. They're terrible. No, absolutely
Nacho
not.
cheese, man, you crazy. So you never went to Nathan's and got the one with the cheese sauce?
No, I like the Nathan's fries just
with the
plain, the way they are.
You missing out, brother.
I'm good.
You never went to A&W and got the chili cheese on the fries?
No. I've had chili cheese fries, but I've only had chili cheese fries when it's actual cheese. And that's at like a restaurant.
You're cheating yourself, brother.
I haven't been to A&W in a while.
You're cheating yourself, brother.
But I will say this too. The onion ring kicks the ass of any French fry there is.
Nah. Before I get the onion ring,
if it's the right onion ring,
better
be beer battered.
I don't care.
Better be.
I don't care how much batter it got over it. You talk about the onion ring. Before you even get to the onion ring, you got to beat the tater tot.
Arby's Elite Onion Ring.
But you got to beat the tater tot before you get to that.
Don't give me the Burger King onion rings. No.
No.
Well, That Burger King onion ring sauce, that zesty Burger King
sauce is all right.
It's fine. The onion rings aren't.
But they little onion rings. Onion rings you should only have like 3 to 4 onion rings. They should be so damn big that it's meaty. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with that.
But onion rings not being a good tater tot.
Yeah, they are.
You crazy.
Yeah.
Thomas?
Onion ring beat a tater tot? Why am I asking him?
What do you mean why are you asking me?
Because I don't respect your opinion on this.
Wow.
Because he's the youngest. So
I'm not asking him what human flesh tastes like.
When I was in high school and they had the tater tots, you mix a little ranch with
I'm not saying I don't like tater tots. I'm saying that an onion ring beats a tater tot.
Onion ring clears a tater tot day in, day out.
Oh God, I've got him on my side. Listen, the Nathan's fries are very good. They don't have to be the cheese fries.
I can believe you don't like cheese sauce, brother.
I really don't.
You've never had chili cheese fries.
I've had chili cheese fries, just not that kind. I've seen actual cheese in a restaurant put on it.
How the hell is it chili cheese fries if they got?
Because I've been to restaurants like I'm just throwing out a name like Applebee's or something like that. That kind of place where if chili cheese fries is on the menu, they would put actual cheese on top of the fries, put it in the oven. After it melts, bring it back out, throw the chili on top. So that's a chili cheese fry.
So that mean when you eat the chili cheese fries, that when you put it in the cheese in the fries, the whole damn cheese gonna come up and lift everything up. I need my cheese to separate.
That's if you're microwaving the cheese.
No, bro, I need nacho
Then you got
cheese.
one nacho.
Nah, man.
One giant nacho.
To melt cheese, if you melt cheese on something, like it's gonna be hard to separate it. You're gonna take too many big chunks of cheese. Give me liquid cheese.
No.
Nacho cheese is nothing better than nacho.
Here's what's amazing to me is that I could put a bagel in front of Bart, and it was like I handed him a bomb. Like, this is the worst thing you could ever eat in your entire life. But if I put nacho cheese in front of him, I will ignore every single chemical that exists in nacho cheese.
I bet you the bagel got way more calories than a scoop of nachos. It's so much sugar and sodium inside of bagels.
And
bagels
I bet
probably
you
one of the worst things. English muffin.
But I bet you
can eat.
But I bet you if I come back in 12 years, the nacho cheese will still be the same. And the bagel will be basically gone.
So here's a philosophical question, because, Bart, you were against a McDonald's fry. McDonald's, tomorrow, chili cheese fries on the menu. You all about that?
McDonald's got chili cheese fries on the menu?
No, I'm saying if they introduced it tomorrow, just the way you like it. You all about that?
Yeah. I ain't gonna front.
A couple of suggestions coming in, as you would expect.
I mean,
there's
McDonald's
a lot of
fries not
opinions
worse
on
than
this
crack,
stuff.
and I've tried that.
Jose in Brooklyn, onion rings from White Castle. It's been too long. I haven't been to a White Castle in a while.
Oh, the crinkly fries at White Castle. Yeah, those are cool.
Those are
They're
also
meaty.
crinkle cut fries.
They're
Those
meaty.
are good fries. I remember them. I've not been to White Castle.
I go to White Castle.
I
go to White Castle. You can't holler at me. Like, I need the whole house to myself for at least a day.
Have you ever? Have you ever eaten an entire Crave case from White Castle?
Yes, I've eaten a 10-pack, brother.
This guy says,
but I don't like cheese on it. I hate the cheese. I hate cheese on
the burger.
Yeah, it tastes horrible.
Yeah,
American cheese, it tastes horrible.
I haven't been there in a while, so I don't have the immediate taste recall.
Man, that'll tear your stomach up.
LG 337 onion rings are far better, but not beer batter. Panko breaded and crispy. No. And here's why. I don't need the panko everywhere because that's going to be all over the place. That's all over your shirt. That's all over the table. That's all a complete mess. No, the beer batter tastes better than the panko.
Okay, let's be specific about the fries.
Jose in Brooklyn, love all fries like I love all women.
That's true. I'm like a box of chocolates. You can give me every type of woman.
You were going to say about the fries?
I tell you, type of woman I've never had. Never mind. It's a couple.
Well, listen,
it's a couple of races.
Listen.
It's a couple of races I've never had before, and I'm curious.
Where's that disclaimer? Can't find.
Oh, you want me to hit the disclaimer for you?
I can't find
Leo, have you ever went through the whole crayon box?
Bart has just said something that Chris can't comment on. While humorous, Chris values his career too much.
I'm just asking Leo, has he went through the whole crayon box, or is he just stuck on pink, yellow, and blue?
Let's go to our resident white correspondent, Joe Leo. Joe, your response.
I plead the fifth.
You're Italian, right?
I am.
So you've had Italian. Have you had dolce?
Where's that disclaimer?
Oh, we don't have one for our Joe Leo.
Bart has just said something that Chris can't comment on. While humorous, Chris values his career too much.
Just substitute Joe
Tom,
Leo.
you never had no chocolate?
I plead the fifth.
Have you had dark chocolate, African?
I plead the fifth.
Have you had Italian? Well, you had Italian. Have you had European? Have you had, like, Ukrainian?
Listen.
All this because I read a comment from somebody that said, I like all fries like I like all women.
Big
Colombian?
Big fan of the shoestring fry.
So what would be shoestring? Colombian?
Joe, I'm going to need you to clip that first part, too. Flaming.
Oh, man.
Hey, New York, you need to hear this. This summer, all lines lead to Champs Sports Fan Central Station. It is a soccer pop-up shop open right in the heart of New York City, 125 West 33rd Street. This is the soccer destination in New York. Jerseys for every national team you ride with, USA, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, and way more. All under one roof. If you want to gear up, rep your country, feel the energy of the city, Champs Sports Fan Central Station. 125 West 33rd, that's where you need to be. And for all you Knicks fans, they have championship gear to celebrate your team's first title in 53 years. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. That is where the show continues in just moments. On the app and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. If you're looking for Mets baseball, well, you're in luck because it's up next on 880 ESPN.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. fanaticsfest.com/880.
Listen up. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th for 4 days of nonstop action right in the middle of the biggest sports weekend of the summer. See more than 500 athletes and celebrities, including Aaron Judge, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, and hundreds more. All at the world's #1 sports fan festival. Tickets are on sale now. Grab yours before they're gone at fanaticsfest.com. Big events are bringing more riders across the region. So if you're taking New Jersey Transit for everyday trips, plan ahead. Check schedules, allow extra time, and consider traveling outside of peak hours when you can. New Jersey Transit is running additional service to help keep everyone moving. But a little planning goes a long way. Stay aware, be courteous, and ride smart. New Jersey Transit, keeping your day on track. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Rich Eisen here. We talk a lot about battles in sports. Teams battling through adversity, athletes fighting for every yard. The toughest warriors I've ever seen, though, aren't on the field. They're kids fighting cancer. Their families standing beside them. Doctors, nurses, caregivers. That's why I'm proud to support Hyundai Hope on Wheels. For over 28 years, they've helped fund pediatric cancer research, raising more than $303 million and supporting over 40,000 children. Learn more and donate at HyundaiUSA.com/Hope on Wheels.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
You're listening to 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. I want to spend some time on the Jets because we did talk about it a little bit earlier. But as we're starting to move toward the season, I hate all this stuff with Geno. I mean, listen, it's speeding tickets and whatever. I hope all the other stuff is not true, or the alleged assault and all that crap. When we talk about the actual team and the actual offense this year, I think you've made the excellent point that these weapons are a whole lot better than they have had in a while. I still think some of it's unproven when we're talking about Cooper and Sadiq, and still Mason Taylor is still, year 2 coming in. I just don't think that I'm really curious to know what Geno at this point in his career is capable of when you put enough things around him and you give him the offensive line that we believe the Jets to have.
I don't think he's ever had an offensive line like this, even in Seattle. Like, Seattle always had leaky offensive line. So I don't think he will ever have the benefit of having weapons and protection like he's had. I think he's going to have the most protection he's ever had in his entire career, and I think that's going to allow him to go through his progressions. And finally, I think he has guys, because the Jets can put so much pressure on people. We've seen, like, Patrick Surtain take Garrett Wilson away, right? And, like, unfortunately, that's what happens when somebody has an elite corner like Revis Island. There's a couple of them out there. I think Gonzalez can still be considered into that type of category.
Yep.
I think you can maybe say J.C. Horn at times can be that, right? It's certain guys that you can say. Stingley is that, right? You can say that for some guys. But so let's just say that guy takes away Garrett Wilson. I'm confident that Ionai Mitchell is going to have an opportunity to kind of have a coming out party with his size and speed. We saw him open a lot last year, but we saw Justin Fields not be able to get him the football. And then you talk about a guy like Cooper who can play inside and outside. I think in the next couple of years we're going to be saying, damn, this Jets got some personnel. They got some scary pieces on that offensive side of the ball. When you look at it, I think if Ionai Mitchell kind of becomes who the coach hoped and thought he could be, we know what Garrett Wilson is. If Cooper becomes who we think he is. Now listen, Garrett Wilson isn't Jamar Chase. But can Ionai Mitchell be T. Higgins? Maybe.
I mean, he needs to take a major step forward. All things point that he's doing well.
And that's what I'm saying. The crazy part is a lot of those pieces that got to take the next step, it's time for them to take the next step. Like, we're not asking Sadiq to take a huge step. We're asking Mason Taylor to take a bigger step. Injured a lot last year. We're asking Ionai Mitchell to take a step, and we're asking Garrett Wilson to take a step.
So I'm looking at some of these offenses from last year, all right? I'm looking at some of the higher-ranked offenses. And you made the point earlier, you think they can be a top 10 offense.
Yeah. 11, 12.
Okay.
10, depending on how the defense protects them.
I'm going at points per game right now from last year.
Yeah.
All right? Rams, New England, Seattle, Buffalo, Detroit. They're not any of those teams, right? Jacksonville, Dallas, Indianapolis, Chicago, San Francisco.
I think they can be Jacksonville.
Can they be – Jacksonville last year scored 28 points a game, 27.9 points a game. They averaged only 337 in terms of yards per game.
See, I'm talking yards per game for points because points is based on defense, kickers, and all that type of stuff.
All right, so I'll go to yards. Jacksonville last year, was about 9th or 10th. They're in that range.
They can be Jacksonville.
Can they be the Bears? Bears had a really good offensive line last year. The Bears had Rome Odunze. They had the two
they brought Tooney.
The two running backs. They had
DJ Moore. Like, I think they have all the ingredients of that. Now, I just don't think – I think Caleb is more special, but Caleb didn't struggle last year. Remember, they got so many turnovers last year. That's why theirs was up. They led the league in interceptions.
Yes, they did.
So they look how many more opportunities they had to get the ball in scoring position.
So here's the company based off of last year where you would put the Jets wanting to be this year.
Yeah.
This level of offense from last season. Denver. They were at 342 a game. Indianapolis was at 345 a game. This is all right around 10.
I put them right in that area because I would say that those weapons are better than Sutton. They didn't have a run game. They're going to have remember, with everything that the Jets had, they should have a run game.
Denver was 10th. Jacksonville was 11th. The Chargers were 12th. The Giants were 13th. And Atlanta was 14th.
I think they should be able to make that jump. Where did the Jets probably ranked 30th or 28th last year.
In offense?
Yeah.
Jets were 29.
Right.
29.
I think they can make at least a 15-spot jump. And I don't even think that's asking a lot. Just having a quarterback that when he put his back foot in the ground knows where the ball should go.
So if we take that and extrapolate it out, well, not extrapolate it, but if we compare it to what you would need the defense to be in order for them to – what is much improved to you?
I want to see them, be one of the better teams in the red zone So I think they have all the personnel. 2 tight ends they can put in the high red, the red zone, right? Middle of the field, be able to work that. You got a guy that if you get him outside, you can give him a slant or give him a jump ball when you talk about Garrett Wilson, right? And you got a guy in the slot that can run these little option routes like Rod St. Brown and get one of these catch and run type of joints when you think about, Cooper.
Okay, but just wins, losses.
I give him 7, 8 on the high end, on the low end 5. Anywhere from 5 to 8 wins.
But is 5 is technically improved. 5 is not improved enough to save Aaron Glenn's job.
It depends on what the defense does. If the defense, which he says he's the defensive guru, is a superpower. If the defense, I don't think the defense.
The defenses in Detroit every year improved under him.
Yeah, but I don't
But
think
they were never amazing.
This is the first time where I think the Jets get off the bus and they look like a real football team. They were tiny last year. I think Sweat was 11th in the league in run stoppage.
Yeah.
And then you put him next to Amada, Phillips, I forget the Brigham, the little bouncy dude. Brigsby? No, I can't.
Briggs.
Yeah, Briggs. You put him next to Briggs. Then you have DeMario Davis and Sherwood, who's a sideline guy. Where I worry about him is in the secondary, but I do get confidence that, Minka Fitzpatrick is going to be hovering around the line of scrimmage.
Mozzie Smith is still a young player.
Yeah, but I think they're done with Mozzie.
Yeah?
Yeah, Mozzie just hasn't turned out to be a guy. I think he falls out of the rotation. Mozzie falls off the rotation, but he's just another big body that they can put in there for their short yardage goal line. I think Amada is the guy that they want. And then when you think about Bailey, like he's going to just, I think, play third down. Remember, they brought in, they got the kid from Green Bay and the kid from
they brought in Osai and they brought in Enikbare.
Right, so they're going to be the guys that's going to play on the run downs, early downs, right? They can get sacks, but they're really also edge setters. And you set the edge good with Minka Fitzpatrick being the free guy coming into the box. I just worry about Stevenson because he gets they got a luxury at nickelback, right?
Yeah, Brandon Stevens has got to be better this year.
Yeah,
he's got to be.
But the crazy part is he played better in the second half of the season, which is crazy statistically. But he's still super shaky to me.
So
I worry about the safety opposite of Minka Fitzpatrick.
You mean Cisco?
Well, I think Cisco's going to mess around and be Jamal Adams and mess around and be a in-the-box
linebacker.
Yeah, like a big
Malachi Moore?
Linebacker. Yeah, Malachi Moore showed promise at the end. It's going to come down to Thomas coming back from the injury. Can he turn into a number one guy? And then the kid they drafted, I'm excited about him. I hear he's been like the star.
D'Angelo Pons?
Yeah, D'Angelo Pons says
he'll be the nickel.
Nah. See, but remember
the dude's like 5'8".
I
know he's Aaron Glenn, but really?
I think they're gonna put him on the outside. I think if Stevenson jacks up, he's gonna be right there. Because remember the kid they traded from Tennessee, he balled out at nickel last year for them.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York on the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
Jarvis Brownlee, remember he balled out at nickel for them.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. We actually asked this question, and it's okay for you to answer it. It's okay. I'm telling you it's okay. Please do on the telephone lines and in the ESPN New York YouTube chat. This season, right now, win games. Rather have Dart or Geno Smith? Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid. Bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and and I'll be there for you.
Miller time. People think it just happens, but that's not true. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go say hello with some beers. Make the plans. Forget the couch. Go to that thing. Play the game. See him in person. Talk to that stranger. Live a little. Small acts of rebellion that bring us together. Because legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This July, join us for the Great American Giveaway and your chance to win your share of $175,000. Earn entries daily all month long. Then be here on July 31st from 3 till 6 p.m. when 2 lucky winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one grand prize winner will take home $75,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York YouTube channel on the ESPN New York app at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. I've said this earlier, and I know it might be unfair, but I don't really care because it's an image that's in my head right now. I have trouble consistently having faith in Jaxson Dart right now to take a step. I don't even want to say take a step forward. To just be a mature quarterback when I see stupid things. And when I see him doing triple somersaults off a yacht, I'm sorry, that's like the top of a yacht, like 40, 50 feet, whatever the hell that was, that's going to bug me. And maybe I'm just, listen, please talk to me from the player perspective. Maybe I'm making something out of nothing here.
I mean, everybody's done that jump off a yacht. It's kind of one of the things.
Everybody's done that.
Well, I'm saying every athlete jump off a boat. That's kind of what they do, especially if he grew up a certain type of way. It's not the first time he's jumped off a boat. You know, and that's the people around him. Like, he has to read. I'm not worried about him jumping off the yacht, whatever. Things happen. You got to live your life. But what I am concerned with is, like, the decision-making, right? Because you know what the narrative is around you. So the fact that you let stuff like that get out, like, do what you want to do, man, but, like, keep it concealed. Like, we didn't know nothing about Jeter because he put that phone in that box where you couldn't take pictures. You couldn't drop your location. You couldn't take pictures and say, I'm here. And I understand it's a little difficult for him because he's caught between a rock and a hard place. He has a significant other that makes her living off of content.
Yeah.
And content is like the new money way of getting followers. And Jaxson Dart is hot, right? 10 years from now, maybe Jaxson Dart's not in the NFL, and it's different. It's a different thing. But the fact now that she can build their brand as a couple together, she wants to show stuff like that. Oh, look at my baby doing this. This is Jaxson Dart, hashtag, blah, 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 and it gets out. But he needs to know, like, hey, babe, I'm hot right now. Let me establish myself, get everything together before we go there. I don't mind us, posting us doing stuff and hanging out and watching like a movie, going on the beach, being on a boat. Let's not show me doing reckless stuff because I think you put me in a precarious position where, like, I'm going to be the topic of subject of a topic, and I don't want to be that.
He doesn't seem to have that gene in him, though, where he's thinking that way. where he's thinking, hey, let me sit back here.
If I was his agent, I would sit down with him because what I'm telling my girl, I love the fact that you can get content and you can grow money and get endorsements or whatever. But, man, if I ball out for 2 years, baby, we about to be getting $60 million a year. And that's real money. There's nothing you can do in 2 years that can get you $60 million a year. It's something that I can do. And then when we got that $60 million a year, hell, you can film me jumping out of a hot air balloon and you can get even more followers that way. But let's just stay cool. Let me establish myself. I got to get this money. And for that, I need total cooperation by everybody. Everybody that's in my circle has to be connected to making sure that I'm as successful on the field and off the field as possible. And for that, everybody has to do their role. My brand, my image, all that stuff has to be squeaky clean. I don't need nobody doing no stupid stuff around me. I need to be protected and shielded like I'm the Pope.
Listen, that's all amazing and a great theory. I want him to have that, and whether he's going to listen is the bigger problem.
His agent needs to have that conversation because guess what? It affects the agent money too.
Oh, absolutely. What is it, 2%, 3%?
3%.
3% of $60 million is a hell of a lot of money.
3% of a $300 million contract.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hell of a lot of money. So they're not screwing around.
That's over $300 million over 5 years.
Yeah. What is
that's 60 a year. That's 5 years.
1% is $3 million. That's like $9 million.
Like $1 billion. It's like $1 billion.
Point is.
But see, when you say it to an athlete like that, they hear it different. And I would be his agent. I would sit down with him, his mother, and say, we're your team, your marketing team. Listen, you in New York. We just saw what happened to the Knicks. Bro, let's get this money.
We also just saw what happened to Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
We also, I can give
He's on a milk carton. We ain't seen him.
Yeah. I can give you chapter and verse, plenty of guys here. And I got to start doing the right things myself. But this is the thing that I don't know who he's listening to at this point. And listen, I might be making a big deal of nothing. I get that he said all the right things back in the spring, and I hope that he is mature and ready to go and taking a big step and not taking dumb hits and all those things. Said all the right things about it in the spring. He's going to have to prove it to me before I start believing in him. Like we had a caller earlier just say, well, he said in the spring he's learned from all of it. You can say that all you want until I actually see it translate. That's what matters.
And it's tough, man. Developing in the NFL now, like you would say, oh, this is second year. It should be easier. Wrong.
Never gets easier, right?
This is the thing. He may not know. So last year he was a rookie, right? And he handled like the emotion of the game. But this year he's going to be still having to learn a new offense, right? So he's still going to have to learn a new offense. So that kind of takes him back. He doesn't have as much progress as he did last year because he's not hearing and doing the same things he did last year. But now teams have film on you about what you don't do well and what you struggle with. And now they're going to introduce that. That's why you see guys, in their second year struggle. Now, it's going to be more difficult for him because not only is this his second year and most guys struggle, he's learning a new offense again, so he doesn't know the counters in the audibles to certain stuff.
I think when I hear whispers, as we have heard, that he's not exactly picking it up great.
How could he?
This is not the stuff you want to see.
I mean, how could he? I mean, Matt Nagy was with Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick said he couldn't read defense and he couldn't do certain things until year 3. That's one of the best in our business.
Mark is up next on ESPN New York. Mark, what's going on, bud? How are you?
What's up, guys? I think this whole conversation is kind of crazy. I mean, he's a kid, man. It's his second year, but if he doesn't play well in his second year, then we can have this conversation after the fact.
Well, but here's what I would say about that. Mark, just to be fair, though, did we criticize Zach Wilson year 1? We did. And obviously Dart played a lot better than Zach Wilson did year 1. But when you're the quarterback
it's totally
of a
different.
franchise, you're expected to be the long-term answer.
Baker Mayfield.
It's a whole other level.
Baker Mayfield actually played well, and they still got his ass up out of there. This is the thing, Mark.
In Cleveland.
So here's the thing, Mark. Like, when you say, like, you know, you're surprised, especially with me, like, I was around young quarterbacks that we didn't have time to grow up. They had to grow up immediately. Because when Joe Flacco, you know, was in Baltimore, we had plans to win a Super Bowl with or without him. And so we needed him to step his game up. He doesn't have nearly the supporting cast. So he sets the stage. If he comes with a mature attitude and stuff like that, then the people around him going to act that way. Like, you can always see how mature and how much development that Dart has by the things that Scatterbo does. And if we're watching Scatterbo,
but jumping off a boat doesn't make you immature.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said we've all done it, right? What I said is what makes him silly is the fact that he's allowing his girl to put it out there because he has to understand the narrative about what's being said around him. Perception is reality in this league.
But they're
Perception.
kids, Bart.
I know, but they're always kids. They retire at 25. They're always kids. Of course, they're kids, but they're kids that have the keys to a franchise. So you can be a kid, but be a smart kid. Don't be a dumb kid. Like, don't be a reckless kid.
Like, if you went back and asked Zach Wilson right now, if you went back and asked any quarterback who busted out right now,
Baker Mayfield would be the first person to tell you that he was tripping in Cleveland.
Like, would they legitimately tell you they had regrets? Of course they would.
Especially Baker Mayfield. He speaks about it all the time.
Yeah.
How wild and reckless he was and loose he was, and nobody respected him. Nobody liked him in there because he got too much too quickly. We used to always laugh that he had more progressive commercials than he had wins, right? And, like, he had to mature, and he lost his job, and he was a journeyman for a while, and then he realized that it's serious business. That it's a privilege, not a right, to be the quarterback in the NFL. And they turn the page on you quickly, especially now because it's easier to walk away from a bus.
I mean, I have to imagine that when they do those rookie symposiums, they have guys who have busted out come in and speak, right?
They can have Anthony Richardson speak.
And he was just here 2.5, 3 years ago.
Let him speak about blowing his opportunity, how quickly they move past him. And they moved past him with a dude that the Giants got tired of. You know what I'm saying? Like, he like, man, I got replaced by a dude that New York hate.
I can't
Let's
imagine.
ask Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Let's ask Mac Jones how he feel. He thought he was going to be the starting quarterback under a legendary coach. That coach got fired. He had a defensive coordinator as his offensive coordinator. He went down to Jacksonville. Now he's been sitting behind a dude that he's probably better than. We know that talented and coming out of college he was better than. He's sitting behind a dude that he probably feel like he can do better with the offense than he can, but he'll never get that opportunity.
But I don't think of Mac Jones as a guy that did like the knuckleheaded stuff. I look at some of the things around him as maybe more of a function of that.
The circus was Bill Belichick and Matt Patricia.
Right. But with guys like Wilson, with guys like Richardson, I think about guys who made knucklehead decisions on their own.
Baker was reckless.
Baker, absolutely. Now,
Kyler Murray.
Baker has been good enough to reclaim his career. Kyler Murray got himself into a position to get paid, even though he still had to answer questions about being immature.
And when he got paid, it's just because they had to pay him because they had nobody else to pay, so they had to hold on to him. But they decided to move past him.
And it was an organization that had been in that position.
Right. So right now he has to figure it out, and he's hoping for his second opportunity. And this is his opportunity now. What about J.J. McCarthy?
It's a great question. I mean, I look at those guys, and if you had them speak, I'm sure that there are a lot of things that they did wrong that they could speak about. And I know that most of us learn from personal experiences, but sometimes you just got to listen. And I know that I'm probably making too much of this, but it's when I see all that stuff, and then I see the knucklehead Scatterbo too with him, like, it just doesn't make me think that many of the messages are getting through. So if you want this guy to be your long-term answer at the position, is he listening to the right people right now? That's all. That's my only question. And all of this will be moot, I admit, if he's playing well.
Yeah, I just hope they go out and get him some help. Whether it's Stephon Diggs, they have money and they can get a 1-year deal But a guy like Stephon Diggs, somebody that's proven, they got to help this guy. They did a good job by going to get Manoa. Hopefully that solidifies the right side of the offensive line, the left side of the offensive line, and then that gives him more protection so he doesn't feel like he has to go run and put it on his own shoulders. He can win from the pocket and not from outside the pocket running around.
Jake Asman is in for the K-Through. He's got Yankees this afternoon.
Asman. You crazy beat it.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Big.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy